Okay, so that brings us to session 36. You've survived 36 sessions with a continuous story. Sort of. And we are in the middle of investigating what's known as Skard's Mirror. Just making sure I get the name right because my pronunciation is always terrible. Yep, Skard's Mirror. The old X12 module from Dungeons and Dragons, what they call the BECMI set. Standing for Basic, Expert, Companion, Master, Immortal.
Back me!
Yep, which is also part of their rule of 5.
Mm-hmm.
5 rule sets, 5 this, 5 that, 5 everything. So that's why I've incorporated the rule of 5 in so much of what I'm doing with the setting. Because that's how the setting came across to a lot of us new players and GMs. And it just makes the game feel a lot better if you bring that into the actual game itself. So it's like, why is there only one? Oh, I've learned more. Damn. I'm leaving now. How many bad things that can happen? Lots. Okay, so at the table today we have Stefan.
Hello, I'm playing Tidal Rift, who is a water genasi monk of the Where the Four Elements, well, technically water element.
He's going to learn the other elements, he's going to collect them all.
Yep, I'm just getting there. He'll learn Avatar State eventually.
Because technically there's 5 elements that you can learn, not 4.
That's true. And he
disappeared.
he is well known for his smut book, which was written by our favourite NPC Drazzle.
He's always there for a hug.
Always there for a hug.
And taking notes for special books.
Exactly. And the sequel is supposedly on its way. One day.
Well, look, he's paying his way through the world with it.
Mm.
And then next around the table we have Peter.
I am playing Anvar Shadowsun, a 6 foot tall total warlock, packed with the Hexblade. Pretty new into the session, so not a whole lot of backstory. Came through a portal. The first one to come through the portal.
Yep, first one to come through the portal and has been regretting it ever since.
Yeah, crazy
Well,
people fighting.
if the alternative is not having come out of the portal, then he's probably better off.
Well, he don't know where he was.
Or where he could have been.
He might be in heaven.
What if he'd come out the other end of the portal?
I'm
You
just
would've gone
glad he
backwards.
try and,
Yes.
step out, go, screw this, and try and turn around and go back through the way he can.
So that would have been a quick end to my character.
Well, he was currently on fire at the time.
Yeah.
And he set fire to the area around him.
Yes. And he sort of glows black from time to time.
Yeah. They're not sure if that came from being in the portal or not, so they're very suspicious.
Mm.
Okay, so online tonight we have Jeremy.
Yes, good evening. I'm playing Penadir, the
Troublemaker.
hero and recently inaugurated shaman of the Atruaghin clans.
Totally the ranger of the people.
Mm.
And they say, one who was an elder of the tribe, sent out to look after some younglings. Unfortunately, his quest had to be modified.
They died.
Well, you did look after the younglings, and you returned to the ashes. They're one with the gods.
Thanks, guys.
Yes.
And apparently his penance was to become a shaman of the tribe.
Yes. Well, if you're going to get all your younglings to be spirits, you better learn to look after them as spirits.
Well, they learned not to give him more younglings to play with.
Yes. Well, the other one is he could end it with a pair of spirits as guiding spirits.
Well,
if he does things properly.
he should already have 3 of them. He should have his clan spirit, his tribe spirit, and his personal spirit.
Can't use
Yes.
it, I have no material.
And 2 of them could be those twins. That would be amusing.
I came out naked.
In which case, then he had it from before the twins died.
I was going to say, usually when shamans have that kind of thing, they're ancestral spirits, not descendant spirits.
Yeah.
Timey-wimey thing, these things happen.
Or, more fun, he's got all 3 of those, plus the 2 of them turn up to haunt him from time to time.
That I can work with. No need to give the GM ideas. He had some ideas like that happening in the works.
Always something to look forward to.
I seem to be really good at giving...
Maybe when I get old.
Yes. They'll look after you in your old age. They'll tell you things and other people won't hear it.
Well, he always hears voices, so what's the difference?
That's true. Some of them are us.
Okay, next one up is Paul.
Yes. Plural. Yes, it's a roll bell. High elf warlock and part-time healer. Actually, about half of what he does ends up being healing because people keep getting damaged for some reason.
Yes, why won't they just stay healthy?
Yeah, be so much easier. And also the party diplomat, mostly.
Yes.
Period usually seems to be better on finding out what to say. But I'm good at saying it. So.
And it turns out I also had the names around the wrong way on the cameras, so just fixing that bit right now.
Did.
There we go. Names are on the right people. They've reversed. Yeah, I fixed in other places too, I think. Okay.
Well, no, the names were acceptable as to where they were, it's just that they were only related to one picture.
Yeah, but in some of them, we don't have a Stefan or a Peter. So if I actually fix the cameras properly when I jump to them for any reason, they will actually say the right name.
Yeah.
I think one of the cameras is frozen.
Yeah, the one you're in.
Yeah.
Okay, I better fix that one. Okay.
Apparently I'm still looking down. As far as I know, I'm not looking down.
You're
very
there we
serious.
go.
Like I said, unless you know it's actually changing, it's like, No. I actually try to give myself some light, even though I don't like too much light. Otherwise, I look like I'm black on the picture. Yeah, it'll figure itself out. The whole thing of running it yourself.
Mm.
Okay, so last time we had it, you had investigated the tower where the mirror was supposed to be. After finding out the magic mirror was not the right magic mirror, you made your way to Verge, to the tower where the guards were refusing to guard the actual tower. They were guarding the town from the other side of the tower.
Yep.
Because the tower was scary. So you went in, you investigated the tower, something went boom outside, and that was someone showing up, falling out the back of a wagon. First time someone had fallen out of the back of the wagon.
Yep.
And set fire to everything around it. And so that was an introduction of a new character to the group. So you went back into the tower, the drapes were attacking, you had a lot of issues with people's shadows, and they didn't know who to trust. And then a package arrived for... who did it arrive for? Was it Tidal?
Oh yeah.
It was from the chef friend.
Yep.
Yep.
Apparently a halfling sent you a halfling. A live halfling.
Yeah.
Probably won't be the last time.
I get the weirdest.
And not as a resource.
And apparently the food he sent with him didn't quite make it.
No, I was annoyed about that. I was looking forward to that.
But he did report that the food tasted wonderful.
Yes.
And then you went in, you decided to clear through the tower, you destroyed every mirror in the tower, and then just to make sure you burnt the place down. Of course, not all of you were behind the burning the place down, and only noticed halfway through the burning down that someone had indeed burnt the tower down.
We weren't expecting Mr. I Hate Curtains to set light to them. We should have seen that coming.
You gotta be thorough with curtains. Those things are evil.
Yeah, well, one's got away.
Yeah.
It didn't help that there was a creature in there that actually played on people's fears and made him think the curtains were chasing him.
Yeah, they were climbing the damn stairs, those things.
So he literally did burn it down to save everyone.
Devil curtains, I tell you.
And just for amusement factor, that did mean that about a year or so ago, when the Wednesday group went through this town in 6 months in the game, it matches. And I didn't have to do...
They'd already burnt it down.
Yeah, it had already been burnt down.
Well, no. We arrived and it had been burnt down.
And no one would talk about what happened. It was just this rubble where the Wednesday character had once learnt from.
The good news is, of course, in this campaign, that's further evidence that we can go forward with confidence. Because the Wednesday group not only found the burnt tower, but also found the people that apparently are lost at the present time.
Right.
And so we ended the session with you scaring off the guards at the other end of town and then setting up for the night.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say we scared them off. We very poorly bribed them and they walked away.
Thing.
Oh, and there's the other theory that if you push another 20 people into the portal, we get another party member.
Let's not test it.
We could have started with 3 guards.
We could have.
It is used for half it. Maybe if we use up some goblins and bandits or something like that, we can get some.
Then an ogre will come out.
Oh god.
Well, ogre PC, that would be amusing. Just, yeah.
It would be until it clobbered our heads.
Yeah. Ogre percussionist. He's a bard. Does that work?
It could. Anything can work.
In a highly worrying sort of way, yes.
In a bit.
Because you can be the one unique occurrence it works on. Okay, so you're setting up for the night. Who is going on first watch? Because there's only 6 of you.
I'll take first watch.
Okay. 3 watches of 2 people sounds appropriate.
Okay. I guess I'll join the first watch. I don't see crap when you think about curtains. It's a 5. No, it's not. That's yes, it is. That's a 5.
You feel fantastic about you're dreaming of smouldering curtains as you're just staring off into the fire.
18.
This sounds good.
Okay, you notice your friend is just staring at the fire on watch. Apparently he's making sure the fire doesn't move anyway.
I'm gonna just grab your head and turn it out towards.
Slowly, I hope.
Yeah.
Stop!
Didn't
know my own strength.
Look this way.
Backup character then.
Title obstacle.
Yeah.
Just for burning down a tower.
Okay.
Didn't like the bits.
Could be funny.
Any good watcher, Overwatch person doesn't look at a fire. Turn around.
I will take note of this and attempt to.
You get out a book?
No.
Do not look at fire. Do you hear a scratching of a pen in the background?
That'd be driving.
Oh dear.
He does write down pearls of wisdom like that.
It's probably a good thing I'm not like stronger than average. Game movie says like, oh, something broke.
Do you resist? Yes. Crack.
Ow.
You're a paraplegic. I'm sorry.
Paraplegic monk.
I'll pay buddy.
Okay, so as you go over and help him turn his head, and as you step back, you look. There's a guy standing there with a mirror that wasn't there before.
What?
And he calls out to you. Because most of you were asleep at the time.
Did he come out from behind the curtain?
The darkness curtain.
Which the curtain of darkness, or
He goes, "Arise and meet your
curtain behind the
doom."
mirror.
That's actually what he's saying.
Yep.
how loud
Rise
is
and
this
meet your
guy?
doom.
Very loud because he gives the sleeping people a perception roll.
No.
That is loud.
I'm like summoning this longsword.
I
This guy's
perceive.
rude. People are trying to sleep.
Yeah, that's nice.
How did you got 27?
Arm yourself.
And what did Llewellyn
Yeah,
get?
I have my fists.
I'm just like, yeah.
I'm always armed.
You're like,
I got all the way up to
rude.
13.
People are sleeping.
You got 13? 13's enough to wake you up. So you basically you hear the word doom. So someone said doom to you.
I roll sideways and look up.
You're all sideways and look up.
You see the stars. Wait, we had a tent.
Thank you very much. I look at where the voice came from.
Oh, okay.
That should probably work a little better.
Do we want
Okay, you turn sideways and look at this glowing mirror.
Oh.
Jeremy,
Want me to wake them up?
the moment someone says arise and meet your doom, you're wide awake. You're fine. You know what? You know someone's there who's not supposed to be there.
Yep.
Plus his accent really does fit in the backwater. He's got one of those ye old Traldaran accents.
Okay. Am I in a position that I could sort of roll away from the fire and hide in shadows type stuff?
Sure, give me a stealth roll.
I am shadows.
19, I think. Yeah, 19.
Okay, you roll off to the side, you step into a shadow, and you find yourself... you've literally stepped into a shadow.
Marvellous.
It's all dark around you.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
What
He
food?
hasn't caught on.
Can I still see the fire?
No.
Right.
You've literally stepped into a shadow.
Sounds good.
Did he fall down a hole or something? I hope not.
Okay, so I am now going to ask for initiative rolls.
Well, that's going to give me some interesting... Oh, bloody hell.
Initiative. Yes. Apparently, Pettigrew, while being alert and awakened instantly from sleep, he surprised himself a bit by hiding himself from the fire, and he's got initiative of 5 with his +4.
Right. How...
So what was totals?
15.
And what was Anamlar's?
20.
And what was Llewellyn's?
24.
So we can see we've got some really great rolled people here. So... Could Llewellyn please give me a will saving throw with disadvantage?
Oh.
Wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
Yes. Now, I get an advantage from that. Does that count as a disadvantage? It should.
That makes it a normal roll.
Yep.
What gives you the advantage, by the way?
I'm a spellcaster.
Does it always give you advantage, or does it give you a bonus? Proficiency.
You get to add your proficiency bonus probably, but I don't know if that's an
Ah,
advantage.
that's what it was. That's what it is.
Yeah.
All right, no, okay. So disadvantage, but I add my proficiency bonus.
That is
Yeah.
correct.
So yeah, so you'd add your proficiency bonus and your wisdom bonus.
Yes. Given my wisdom's not entirely bad. Could be worse. Even then, I got...
Disadvantage.
But, yes, at disadvantage, I got 14.
Okay, your head hurts a
Below
lot.
the average. Pardon?
Your head hurts a lot. What would you like to do?
Complain.
Head hurts a lot in what way?
Okay.
Like I've been hit, or I've got a headache, or someone spiked it with a stabber?
Your wisdom has dropped by 2 points.
Ow.
Your head hurts a lot.
Ow. Ow. Right.
And that wasn't a success.
Ouch. What was the fail? Will equals 2.
Your will does.
Well, you might find out when you've got to roll it again next round with your -2 wisdom and still at disadvantage.
Yeah.
So if you roll a natural 1, that makes it a -2? No, -1?
Let's not do that.
So what would the well like to do? You basically look into the mirror. There is no reflection in the mirror.
You're a vampire, Harry.
Okay.
Why do you want
Just because I've got a penalty to my will does not mean I have none and my wisdom has gone for a walk.
No, he's saying the fact that you're looking in a mirror and you don't see yourself, therefore you're a vampire.
No, therefore it's a magic mirror that's decided to be an asshole like the other ones we were looking at.
Just don't fire crap into this one again, please.
Yes, well that is one thing I'm going to avoid
I'm still
doing.
missing hair from that Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. I'm going to, well, get up and move sideways so the mirror is not actually facing me.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to say, do you know who it was that called out about your doom?
I was not told that I recognised or did not recognise the voice. Who was it?
Well, I'm saying the fact that there's someone standing there for you to look at.
I've no idea. There's a mirror filling my attention right at the moment.
True, yes, okay.
Yes, he's sort of a little caught up by the mirror.
A little focused right now.
Makes sense, right? Holding a mirror.
By the way, it does fit the description of the mirror you were given.
And this is like one of those
Yes.
tall ones, he's just like...
I'm not entirely surprised. However, it's done horrible things to my wisdom.
Okay, so while you're sort of staggering up and around, do you want to do anything with your action?
I thought getting up and moving would consist of a standard action and a move action because it's 2 moves.
No, actually, standing up from prone takes half your movement.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And remember, you can do your movement at any time during your turn.
Yes.
So you can stand up, do something, and then move if you wanted to.
Well, getting away from directly in front of it is what I want to be doing right now, and I'll use my action to look around and see what the hell's going on.
Okay, I will give you a perception roll.
Whee. Which, happily enough, is wisdom-based. Isn't that nice?
It's amazing how those things work together.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Only got 13.
We only got 13 this time. Looking around, you're not quite sure what happened, but the campsite looks different for some reason.
Well, apart from having a mirror in it.
And the guy standing next to it seems to be hiding behind the brightness of the mirror.
Guy, as in, I'm presuming someone I do not know.
Yep. But that's your action to get that far. As you're looking around going, something's not right here, but there's a guy standing next to that mirror. What's he doing there? I don't know. Okay, Avonvar, you get to make a wisdom saving throw. With disadvantage.
With disadvantage. Awesome. $17.
17. Okay. You lose 6 points from your wisdom.
Oh.
As your brain starts melting out your ears.
Oh.
And you thought it did bad things to your wisdom.
Yeah. Ow. That's nasty.
Cool. Well,
Someone woke up with a headache.
I was already awake.
Maybe you shouldn't have touched Tidal.
How far is this guy away from me?
He's about 20 feet from you.
Sweet. Now I'm moving towards him and I'm going to then try and cut his arm off. Where he's holding the
Thing.
Okay, you rush towards him. Give me a second wisdom roll.
Second.
with disadvantage.
Oh god. Yeah, 1.
1.
I
Okay.
rolled a natural 1, so I'm not.
You rolled a natural 1. Okay, so you rush towards him. He just moves the mirror slightly, and you run right through the mirror.
Oh, what are you going to do that for?
You want to go and get your bolt back.
Everything goes
Oh.
dark. Okay. So, title. Wisdom saving throw.
Is this with disadvantage or?
Yep.
Alright, that's. Yeesh, okay.
Yeah, that's not good. This is gonna hurt.
Yes, that's a 9.
A 9?
Yeah.
Okay, so you look and you see the mirror, and the next thing you do is you see the campsite, and you're on the other side of the mirror, and then it all goes dark.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
This is awkward.
Yeah, he actually failed the save.
Where's Drazzle?
Is he? Can I see him?
In a moment.
I can see him
And
in
then,
the darkness.
apparently, then it just winks out, and I'm going to have to bring a picture up for you, because there's only going to be 4 of you where you are next.
oh, yeah.
Luckily, I have a picture to show you, I just hadn't opened it.
So whilst I couldn't see the campfire, the ones who've gone through the mirror could suddenly see me. Is that what you're saying?
That will be happening in a moment as light comes back on. Now, where did I put that thing? I know I'll put it here somewhere. There it is.
As soon as the image comes up, we're good.
Apparently I ducked the wrong way.
Maybe, I don't know.
Or the right way, depending on what we're looking for.
Well, to put it amusingly, once you got out of the light, you walked right into shadow beasts.
Yep.
Oh, how fun.
Oh, okay, so I was assuming I walked straight to the mirror.
No. They had set it up so if you wanted to get away easily, you could.
Mm.
We just.
For a given definition of get away.
Okay, so I will open this up on the other page so you can see it. Okay, so you'll be seeing roughly, you'll be getting light and seeing you're on a platform.
Mm-hmm.
You're on just as it says, you're on an enormous
Yeah.
platform.
Currently you've got a big square blocking that
Yes.
2/3 of the picture.
Yes, there's another screen that is showing us blank and...
There we go.
There it is,
we
yeah.
go.
It was the page.
Where?
It was the file explorer I used to get to it. I forgot to
Yeah,
shut it
no,
down.
I figured that's
It wasn't showing us anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It just whenever you can't
Yeah.
see, whenever something covers the shared section, it blacks it out.
Yeah.
Which is annoying from the player's perspective or looking on Skype, but
Yeah.
for everyone else they got to see it. Okay, so describe it again. It's an enormous platform. It has to be 100 feet long, and you're looking out over a great vista, a huge chamber which has a floor and walls and ceiling of mirrored glass. The platform you're on must be 30 feet above the shiny mirrored floor, and the ceiling must be 500 feet above you. In the distance, perhaps an eighth of a mile away, is a giant black ziggurat with a shining mirrored palace standing atop it. Behind it, maybe a quarter of a mile from you, is a line of black wall built upon this mirrored plane. There are tiny dots moving along the walls, guardsmen most likely, and beyond the walls you see great open spaces, more walls, roofs and buildings. Behind you, a great mirrored wall reaches from floor to ceiling, smooth and shiny except for the area immediately above the platform. Ranged along the platform are what look like 7 portals. Each stands 20 feet tall and 15 feet wide, and is surrounded by a golden border identical to what was around your mirror. And all of them are currently black. And with a quick glance, you also look around and you see that the platform is also crawling with soldiers. 60 or 70, you can't be sure. They're carrying swords, polearms, and crossbows. And several of them in plate armor and wearing officers' crests on their helmets are shouting surrender.
Oh, lovely.
In what language?
They are saying it in Traldaran,
Mm.
which is the local language.
So if I rolled into Shadow Beast,
Yep.
did I actually get grappled and carried through the mirror, or?
They basically just allowed you to walk right through a portal into the mirror.
Right, okay. So I'm not actually enveloped in Shadow Beast right now.
No. It basically left you on the platform when the others came through.
Right. And obviously there's lots of good hiding spaces on the top of this platform. We're surrounded by people. So.
Yep.
Yes. I hide behind everybody all at once.
60 to 70 people.
Yep. So there's at least 30 crossbowmen.
I'm gonna deactivate my excellent.
That's at least a ratio of 15 to 1. That's okay, right?
Yeah. You take the 30 on the left, I'll take the 30 on the right.
I'm sure you'll prevail.
I'll shell it.
Is that where we spin you around and chuck you?
Yeah. Like Mario. Just keep...
So do you remember to wax the front up beforehand?
Yeah, every day.
Unfortunately, you left the wax on the beach.
Yeah, I have a meticulous waxing program. I just came with nothing. That's why I was on the beach.
Oh, yes, I remember. Wax on.
Yeah. He's gonna bite me in the butt later. It's gonna make me wax in that later.
Give me new feet for you. Wax on, wax off.
You're polished to a sheen that you blind people.
Yeah. We're just going to bite you in the bum. If we're going to get somewhere, you're going to buy some turtle wax, and it turns out it's made of turtles.
Yeah. Well, that's what I say. If you come across halfling stout, I generally have the caption "made from real halfling."
Maybe I'm a carnivorous cannibal turtle.
Well, turtles have the best wax.
Anyway, now that
let's face it, if you run out of turtle wax, you can always use baby oil.
Yes, and definitely made from real babies.
Titles of water, Jazzy.
Just get him to crow and you
squeeze him, something will come out, right?
Penadir will.
You tried. You got a mirror.
Penadir will come up from prone, but he will remain effectively squatting. But yes, make no other offensive action.
They tell you to throw down your weapons and equipment.
Well, I don't know that we necessarily had much in the way. Certainly, Penadir probably didn't necessarily have much. I suppose he would have grabbed his weapon as he rolled away. So he'll leave the weapon just on the ground, but as I say, he's still squatting, so his hands were not far away from the weapon.
You do have the cape now. And the boots.
Yeah. Still everything else. I'm just going to be like...
Like, hey, you're still impressive.
Sorry?
You're still impressive. Okay, and then they bring manacles forward.
If I feel hot at any point in time, I'm going to blame you, because if my cape's on fire, I know why.
It hasn't looked like a curtain yet.
Not yet.
Look at it this way, if you ever get a loincloth, you're in trouble. What's the purpose of a loincloth? It drapes. Oh, crap. Okay, so, a couple of guys come forward with manacles. Does anyone stop them?
No.
How many of them are there? And do they have ballista backup?
They've got the guys with the crossbows pointing at you still.
All 30 of them.
That's close enough to ballista backup.
That's right. There was about 60 or something guards total, half of which had crossbows.
Yep. The rest of them have swords and spears
and reach weapon glaive type stuff to make a nice second rank attacks as well.
Yeah.
Yep. They look like they're practiced at this sort of ambush. What's the best way to get adventurers? Dump them in the middle of a crowd of people where they can't hide and get advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just means a target-rich environment.
It does. Especially if you had a barbarian. Why?
Yes. Or a wizard.
But remember also, you're a wizard that has to have his rest to recover spells.
Yeah.
Crossfire.
Okay, so they go and who are they going to go for first?
I feel like my legs and arms are probably a bit too big for me to tackle.
Just so happen to have total manacles right here.
Okay, so they go for title first. Apparently,
Okay. We're not even paying attention at this point.
Too busy trying to look for that fire.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I'll be approached and manacled.
Yep.
Anything special these manacles, or just...
Well, they have runes glowing on them.
Tiny? I wouldn't know about runes. Okay.
Well, glowing runes usually means if you're using magic, one, you know what it is. Two, you won't be able to with these on.
Yeah. Okay. Do I feel any different once these are on me?
You feel entangled.
But yeah, thank
Yep.
you.
True, yes. And you feel like there's this weight on your arms?
Feels cold.
Oh, so it's not just my own existential crisis.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say weight on your shoulders, but it's on your arms.
It's pulling on you.
Alright.
Okay, so the next person they go for is the turtle. And it's like... and they're like, I got it. And they come back with arm chains.
Right.
So instead of just putting manacles around your wrists and pulling you, they basically chain you up and tie you to a couple of halberds.
But hey, they might not be rude for exchange.
There we go. It's a mark of respect.
There's a plus of everything, right?
Yep. You now don't have to worry about walking.
Yeah.
The annoying thing, of course, is they're still metal.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like that too much.
Yep. Metal on your skin, on your shell.
I would really
Yeah.
rather you
But it's,
take
well,
these
it's
off
being
and just let
applied
me
to you.
walk. I won't give any problems.
Yeah. Well, it's not like you're safe.
You're
and
captured.
You actually have issues with that.
You don't fit our manacles, we have to tie you up. We're being told to tie him up.
Mm-hmm.
I would still really rather you didn't.
You're not in charge here.
You roll to intimidate 60 people?
Not intimidate.
Next person they go for is Prayer Deer.
Deceive them into believing I won't do anything.
So, do you stop them?
I will stand and stand peacefully.
Okay, they do your hands as well together.
Mm-hmm.
I'll deliberately have the hold my hands out to receive the manacles type stuff.
Yep.
To encourage them to manacle me at least in front rather than behind.
They do. I didn't say they were smart.
Yes.
They've been told to manacle, so they don't actually know the best way to do so.
Right. So nobody's got it manacled from behind.
No one has.
No, I'm just fully tied up, so it kind of doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, in your case, that you got special treatment.
Yes, he wouldn't fit the manacles they had. They weren't the magical growing manacles go bloop, bink.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
And-
you're the size of dragon.
Well, it's always great when you have those that size to fit the creature.
Yeah.
Okay, and then they come to the well.
Yep.
Okay,
I hold my wrists out and let them do their thing.
okay, so you recognize that the symbols on it is in Draconic.
Ah. What does it? What do the symbols mean?
Yeah, what do they say?
Basically, it says Mage Bane.
Brilliant.
So
There's no way
possibly
there's no way I'm not going to end up with this, is there?
possibly more arcane rather than divine, so that's one nice thing.
Well, yes. Yes. I won't say anything right now, but I will look resigned.
But what you do know from the Draconic version of the language, it's basically Magic Bane, but it's
Yeah.
colloquially referred to as Mage Bane.
Yeah.
Because they don't see any difference between divine, arcane.
Yeah.
Or anything
Spells
else.
is spells from the point of view of doing most of this stuff.
Either way, we're good.
It's not dragon magic, therefore it's easily baneable.
I'm wrapped in.
So giants had a completely different feel on how they did things.
Point my finger over that way.
Okay, so
Yeah, they
once,
hit things with large sticks.
once you've all been successfully manacled, a man of every height and pudgy with a merry, plump face and straggly black hair, which is clean shaven, bright blue eyes, and a fair complexion. Apparently, he was very descriptive. He's dressed in a robe with alternating patches of sky blue and flat black, and wears good boots. So not just Boots. Good boots.
Ooh.
Emphasized.
I bet they got metal buckles on them though, so not worth getting.
He's styling.
And a belt with an expensive golden buckle, and a sheath for a dagger, and a gold coronet, and numerous finger rings. He looks
Hold
like
on,
someone's
what-
favorite uncle.
What's he got for a dagger?
And a sheath for a dagger.
Oh, sheath for a dagger.
So apparently he doesn't have a dagger. He's got the sheath for the dagger.
Yeah, or it's magical and invisible.
And he looks like someone's favorite uncle, not a murderous, traitorous wizard.
Oh, that's the best way to do that.
Oh, okay, so are we assuming that this is Skardar?
Yep, because that's how he's described. That's
Mm-hmm.
how they roll back then.
Okay.
Right.
And he says to you, well, I hope you feel honoured. I have no personal grudge against you, you know, but that fool Terranon had to go out and get you adventurers to look for his wretched offspring. And I can't just have that. You're good enough to cause me problems, so I brought you to my own home, where you can do me no harm. My means will take you to a new accommodation. I hope you enjoy them. You'll be staying with them for quite a while. And then you're, shuffled off.
It's mortal coil.
Could be if you want
That's
to.
what he's aiming for.
The wizard
I don't know if this
Whatever,
counts as
follow.
mortal coils anymore anyway. It's certainly not home. We're not in Kansas anymore.
Yes.
Yeah, is the wizard dude like following at all?
You just told them to take
Do
you.
any of these guys look like they're magic users?
Most of them don't. They just look like they're built to slice and dice things.
Oh, so they're chefs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turtle soup's now on the menu.
Are any of these guys like in front of me or whatever?
Well, you're sort of dangling, so you get to see everyone's feet.
Mm.
Trying to figure out where the map is for where you are next. Oh, you actually
Is
get dragged to
there a
the
dungeon?
dungeons. Yes, there is a dungeon, and you do get dragged there. And I was going to figure out where the map is of where you are, because it's one of those wonderful things that didn't actually give me all the details where I wanted it. So I'm sure I have maps in multiple places. So what I normally end up doing is having to take screenshots of things and then sticking them in other places so I can refer to them while I'm doing stuff.
Mm.
Okay, so I now actually have a map of where you're going. And where's my table of contents?
I don't know. I didn't hide it.
Well, it was hiding itself.
Ah.
So,
If you check the table of contents, it'll tell you where it is.
yep. So what basically happened there was the entire section of the adventure for if you rebelled
Oh,
and succeeded.
Right.
well, yeah. And given the roles we were getting, that wasn't going to happen.
Well, not only that, but the level that we are and the number they had on us, that probably wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And apparently, the people we had on guard didn't necessarily provide appropriate watch for the night.
they can tell you the fire was definitely there.
Yeah. Yes. Well.
Kind of feel like this guy was going to come out of nowhere anyway, so.
Oh yes, I'm fairly certain that whilst there might be a significant portion of the book was designed that if you rebelled or escaped or whatever, great, but I suspect there's a significantly more portion of the book where we get captured.
Yeah. They assumed that somewhere along that rebellion you get captured anyway. It's just how much pain you go through till then.
Oh, good.
That's the
So
only
you
reason. That's the only
read it
reason.
the
to
easy
survive.
way.
Though it is actually possible to get to the end of the adventure without being captured.
Just a lot of fighting and hard.
Oh god, yeah. That's what they call hard mode.
I think that'd be
Yeah.
it'd be fun, but we're not ready for that.
Not that necessarily starting in the dungeon is necessarily going to be easy mode, I don't think.
Okay, so you guys basically get taken to the dungeons, tossed in there, and by the time you get to the dungeons, the manacles have pretty much drained you until you're asleep.
Hmm.
And you they just beat unconscious.
Harsh.
Manacles didn't fit.
Well, while they try to beat me unconscious, I'll duck into my shell.
They pour stuff into there with you.
Whatever. It's still better than beating me up.
What have we got on hand? We've got oil.
Just go
Yeah,
to sleep,
no,
leave me alone.
Reading unpleasant.
Okay, so it was rather unpleasant night, but you end up sleeping with the others. Not with the fishes, but with the others.
Yes.
I've no title to be fishy.
He is, at times.
I probably smell a bit fishy on times. You know, being a whole turtle and all.
Let's not
Having
tell
come
him,
out of the portal, you're a bit fishy anyway.
let's not tell him that turtles have a reputation of being really good eating.
Okay, one thing you see because the others have passed out is that as they're being dragged to their cell, there is a human male about 6.5 feet tall, very tall for a human. Most humans cap out at about 4.5 to 5 feet tall, so he's extremely tall for a human. He is extremely muscled. So if you want to imagine how he would look in comparison to a normal person, he looks like the Hulk version of Bruce Banner.
Cool.
So muscles everywhere, coarse red hair, big thick beard, and patchwork of red hair on the chest. Not sure why it's patchwork, but it's patchwork. Not saying anything. Just, bits missing as if they've been ripped out.
Sounds like a guy out of a book I've just been reading.
And his face looks like a mass of gristle that's been hammered at by an angry dwarf, and that's the description of it.
By an angry dwarf.
Yes, his mouth looks slack and stupid, but there's light in his eyes, a light of eagerness, if not intelligence. He wears heavy brown clothes and thick boots, and a leather jerkin, obviously empty in front because you can see his chest. And other leather vibrances studded with spikes. Over his shoulder you can see the hilt of a greatsword.
Right. So he's obviously one of the guards or something.
And one of the guards introduces him to you. He says, "Hello, Mr. Turtle. Here is your jailer, Atruaghin. Obey him implicitly and you may keep most of your digits. At least for a little while."
So, a distinct lack of subtlety.
So before we got taken down from the platform,
Yep.
so do we have any idea or understanding of what happened to Drazel and or who was the other person that was technically with us? No, six initially?
Pippin.
Pippin? Yeah.
Obviously, they didn't come through the mirror.
Okay. Did we see any evidence that they collected our belongings or anything like that?
They don't
Brought them
have.
through as well?
They don't have your belongings. Maybe Pippin fought them off, and now he's rich.
Mm-hmm.
He's a halfling.
Well,
You do notice you didn't end up here with the staff or the diamond.
Well, they were in the other campaign anyway,
That's right.
like Wednesday night.
Sorry, the staff. You don't have Mazakine's staff with you.
My stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
What about red runes?
And you don't have Redrin's staff either. Artifacts don't like to jump between planes or pocket
No.
dimensions.
Unless they're used as a gate for one. But that's a different thing.
They have special purposes, and you can't subvert their
Yes.
purpose. It's like going to a god and saying, "Screw you! I'm going to use your essence to do something else." Why is it not working?
If you stab yourself with the artifact first, apparently it works.
Depends on the artifact. Your one liked you. Okay, so.
So did the
Yep.
Did they collect my sword that I did definitely have, like I left on the ground, and any other weapon piece we had?
They didn't take anything with you that you didn't have when you woke up.
No, but they're coming. Like the idea, the stuff we brought through the mirror.
Yep. What you
and
brought
then they
through the
said,
mirror.
lay down your weapons.
They picked them up.
Okay, and so
You
they
guys
apparently came with us.
Okay, so they tie each of you to the walls, except for the turtle.
Where are you?
He's currently suspended on 2 halberds.
They usually charge for
With
this.
chain.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how they
If
carry.
you ever get out of the chain, at least you've got a weapon.
Nice metal weapons.
Yeah, but you're asleep. So.
Or we have a skip rope to kill the time.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were then shackled to the walls.
And then they leave.
Question.
Yep.
Am I shackled upright or upside down?
Upright.
Okay, thank goodness.
Everyone else was shackled upright too, but I had to check. You lost.
So I kind of hope that was not a question you need to ask, really. I would have left on the idea I am shackled upright until told otherwise.
Well, if he had have made a thing about it, obviously he told the jailer, "I don't want to be shackled upside down," so the jailer would have went, "Should I shackle him upside down?"
But you see, what I also didn't hear anything about was the fact that they didn't strip us of any gear or equipment or clothing and stuff we were wearing.
No, they just said drop your weapons.
That's
and,
right.
And we didn't say anything, and they just kept doing stuff. They assumed we'd done it, apparently.
But we were unconscious, so they could have just taken our stuff.
But like again, I didn't hear that happen, so therefore when I wake up, obviously I've got everything I need except my sword.
Okay, so you wake up. You feel as if someone has rifled through all your pockets.
So there's a rifle in there now. Cool.
While they were sleeping,
Yep.
back up slightly. They are taking all the guys have left and the guards.
Well, they basically tie them to the walls, and so they're waking up while they're being tied to the walls.
Oh, okay.
And while you're hanging there off the halberds,
Yep.
that have been stuck through some chains, so you're some of the cell sides, so you just suspended over the ground, looking out at the ground. You see the jailer come back in with a bucket of something, and he tosses it on everyone. And you and basically you feel yourself hit with fish heads and sewage.
Okay.
Right. So we've been sauced up.
And you hear him go, "Now they belong," and then shut the door and walk out.
And so, are we woken up with the bucket of stuff being thrown on us, or?
That's pretty much what wakes you up. That's why I said you weren't that far away. So once you guys got tied up and stuck to the wall, you wake up with the slap of fish heads on your face and sewage.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily for the turtle, he was face down, so all that just slid off his shell.
I was kind of in my shell as well.
And the wax would have repelled the water.
Yeah.
Okay, so what would anyone like to do?
I'm going to try and wiggle.
The first thing I do is see how carefully the manacles are to the wall and see if I can get out of them.
Okay, give me a strength check.
We pretty much all have the same roll, don't we?
Wiggle, wiggle.
Yeah.
And also, the wisdom damage you guys took to get here has faded with the rest.
Right. Cool.
Good.
Do we still have those anti-magic manacles on?
At the moment, yes.
But you said it worn off, is that correct?
The
The wisdom damage.
The wisdom damage as well.
Oh, okay, not the
17.
anti-magic.
No, that's not from.
So 17
the
is
effect. That's from a.
you feel the grating of the metal chains on your shell.
Oh. That's gonna hurt.
I'm going to stop moving and then stick my hand out slightly and summon my sword.
Yep.
Start trying to cut the chains.
Silly.
Okay, give me. What sort of sword you were summoning? A longsword?
A saw.
I'm just asking because when because you're technically grappled, and you can't maneuver a weapon to actually do damage unless it's a light weapon.
Yeah, I'll go like a sword type thing, I guess.
You could do short sword, and short sword's fine.
Yeah.
Even dagger. Stab, stab,
Sure,
stab.
I'll go
Shadow
short sword.
scalpel.
Shadow short sword.
Okay. Give me a damage roll. You don't need to attack because you can easily hit.
What's the damage of a short sword?
1d6.
1d6?
Okay.
Dagger's 1d4.
Cool.
Oh,
6.
look at that.
With,
6.
It's got finesse, so you can use
I use my wisdom on everything that I...
Oh, okay.
That's just how he rolls.
Not wisdom, charisma. Yeah, it is just how I roll. 9.
Tink.
That sucks.
Well, surely if I keep eating the same spot, I'm going to eventually get through.
You think the hardness stopped it?
Sorry?
The hardness stopped it.
Hardness stopped it.
The hardness of the metal.
You got to overcome the hardness of the metal with damage to actually do any damage.
Yeah. Yeah, think of trying to get through a shackle using a kitchen knife. Not going to happen very much.
Over years you can do it.
Count
to Monte Cristo.
Just gonna point out, the amount of stuff our rogue friend can do with that kitchen knife is amazing, so I wouldn't put it past him.
Well, for him, it's also it's his scout kit. So, Jeremy, you said you were going to try to wiggle out.
Yep.
Give me an escape artist roll.
First of all, I'll just see if I can actually, literally wiggle out. But then I'll also then see if I can actually find a nail in the wall or something like that and do the old picklock type stuff.
Yep.
So can I attempt to effectively escape it? Is there an escape artist or something?
You can, yes.
Sleight of hand?
Make it a... So I've got the skills here. It would be... we'll make it sleight of hand.
I mean, sorry, I'm just looking. I'm not certain which one is the most appropriate.
It's not really stealth.
Sleight of hand. Well, sleight of hand or stealth is the same bonus for me. And that's a 25.
Okay, so you don't even hear a sound as you slip out of the manacles.
Marvellous.
Obviously, they gave you the wrong size.
That's good.
Well, as well as holding the hands out there, I certainly did the old clench the muscles type stuff to make it therefore they were bigger than they were. So cool. Okay, obviously the others are also potentially trying to do stuff, but yeah. So I get out of the manacles, and then I'm going to actually just do a bit of a assessment. Okay, what have they left me with? What am I wearing?
Your dignity.
You're wearing your clothing. Your clothing's covered in fish heads and sewage.
Okay.
The rude ass.
And did you have anything hidden on your body?
Well, okay. I mean, I would have been wearing. Well, technically I can go to sleep in my leather armor, so I could have been wearing that. But no, I probably wouldn't be. So I'd be wearing a robe. I've got various jewellery items, like my necklace and rings and things like that.
Your necklace and rings would be missing.
I figured they would be. I would have had my my stone scale of good luck in the Turtle Clan fish skin pouch.
Yep.
Aimed to be hidden in a corner of the road.
They didn't notice that one.
Didn't notice that one. Okay, that's nice. The eagle whistle was lying around my neck, so I'm guessing they found that one.
No, they didn't actually find the eagle whistle, or they didn't think it was worth taking.
Okay. So necklace is gone, ring's gone. My
Yeah, I don't have that yet. Plus
well,
stop
okay. I'm guessing I've probably still got my armband on since I can't get it off. I'm guessing they couldn't either.
They didn't get it off either. But you can see there are red marks around it.
And okay, I'm still wearing my robe.
You're still wearing your robe, yes.
Okay. So I can look at the patches on the robe, and unfortunately there's not actually thieves' tools amongst those patches.
Yeah, you really need to get some more patches put on.
But it does have a couple daggers, so that'll be potentially handy.
You could try and break the bars with the canoe.
Out of curiosity, does 1 extra point of damage make any difference?
No.
Well, there you go.
Not very
So 10 damage was the hardness.
Sweet, that's the maximum amount of damage I could do.
Yeah, so
Unless I got
you needed to do at least one over that.
Unless,
Yeah.
unless I got a critical or something like that.
Okay, well, so after doing that quick assessment of what I've got to work with right now, I will then see if I can unlock the shackles of the others.
Okay, so what are you going to use as your lockpicks?
I think probably the same nail or whatever that I found to try and pull off last time.
Well, you actually managed to slip out without having to unlock them.
Oh, that's right, I slipped out with it, didn't I? Yes.
Yep.
So, in which case then, yes, I will start doing a bit of a search around for what we've got in the room and see if I can find something that's suitable as a pair, something to fiddle with the locks.
Okay, so you basically see...
So I'm guessing a dagger is probably not the ideal tool.
Well, if you want to do the saw method, then that's up to you.
That's not quite my method, no.
So everyone notices Brady just stand up and get away from the wall.
How much light is in here?
Would I actually notice?
You'd see him from if you want to stick your head out of your shell.
Yeah.
And how much light is in here?
Enough that you have dim lighting.
Okay.
Except for around me currently.
Brady, you could have done that earlier.
What do you mean earlier? What was the point of doing it earlier when we were surrounded by 60 people?
No, I suppose.
Yeah, point. Can you sort of replicate that a few more times, please?
Well, okay. Give me a moment. I'll just see what I can find. I can probably try and help get you out. So.
I'll give you. You can do a sleight of hand roll on someone else with disadvantage, because their fingers might not bend the right way.
Ooh, what? Oh, I don't want to think about that.
I will take a look around the cell first and see if I can find any useful thing as a first step. I'm also listening to see, or hear, A, if anyone's coming, and B, if there's any indications of other prisoners or anything like that around us.
Mm-hmm. Give me a perception roll.
24.
24.
Got nothing else to do but hang here, so.
Hey, at least you can officially call it aerobics.
Okay, so you don't hear the sound of anyone else moving nearby, but
get through that.
there is a cell next door that you share a small little window with, and you can see that there is someone in there.
Just play the Rocky montage.
Cool.
Just one person?
Just one person.
Okay. And did I find anything that might be suitable to hit lock with?
Nothing as easy as manipulating their hands.
Fish bones. Multiple fish bones. Out of the fish heads.
The head doesn't really make great bones.
Yeah.
He's got to spend a long while filing that down.
That'd be the best. Imagine that, like rolling a 20 on a fish head and a nail.
You get stuck in those.
You find that it's still got the hook in its mouth.
You never know. Stranger things could happen.
Stranger things have happened.
Or it's just as sharp and gets its teeth
It's the
under
normal
you.
things that concern me.
Okay, so Jeremy, do you want to try using your sleight of hand on someone?
I'm going to deactivate myself. It's useless to me right now.
Yep. Can you actually make like a ranged weapon with that?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Because I have the improved pack of the weapon, improved packed weapon, I can use pretty much any weapon now, including two-handed and ranged weapons and stuff like that.
And the funny thing is, it actually creates ammo as well. Whereas in some cases, when you created the weapon, it didn't create the ammo. So it's like, I now have a longbow. It's like,
That's nice. You got these sticks to throw with it.
Yeah, it creates everything with me.
That's cool.
So I just go, hey, look, I want to be a ranger now.
Mm.
I figured my total claws probably weren't the best for that though.
I build the ballista. What? It said any weapon. I make the ballista.
You make your hand cross,
Yeah.
shoot somebody else's manacles, and hope it doesn't kill
Okay,
them.
I can't find anything to try and pick the locks immediately at this stage, but
Currently.
if you like, I can try and show you the technique for
Firing socket.
temporarily dissipating your thumb to allow it to come through.
In my shell.
Yes, by the way, I have no problem with people making a trebuchet as long as they can come up with a way to transport it.
So which one's volunteering to have their fingers dislocated and thumb dislocated to get pulled out of the manacle?
Fingers will be fine. It's only the thumb that's got to be dislocated. And it's only
That's not
temporary.
reassuring.
Depends on how badly you roll.
I can heal the result once I'm out of the cuffs though.
Okay, so does someone wish to attempt it?
Yes.
Not particularly.
Well, I'm just showing you how it's done. I thought
Yeah, I
we
was
could
just
process if you wish.
Going with your whole blister idea. If I built one directly where I'm sitting at the moment and I was in the firing mechanism in my shell.
Full attempt.
And your shell stays behind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do I get a save to avoid breaking my thumbs?
Well, I think it comes down to how badly my disadvantage roll goes.
Yep.
It's all on you. I'm stuck.
I got a 19 on one die.
Oh, really?
Nice.
What's the other one?
Unfortunately, it wasn't a 20 on the other one.
What was it?
It was an 11, so that makes a total of 20.
Okay, so, and who are you doing it on, Llewell?
That was well.
Okay,
He's
so
got nice slender fingers with his health hand.
there's this cracking sound as you manage to squeeze his hand through.
I try not to scream.
And there's a cracking sound as you pull the other one through as well.
Oh.
Because he was distracted by the first one looking at his hand and you got the other one through without him noticing. Of course,
Yeah.
once it's out, then it sort of like pops all back into place, and then it's like, I will give you a Constitution saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Ouch.
1.
I pass out.
Okay, so yes, you did manage to get his thumbs back into place, and now he's on the floor.
Okay.
It worked.
Perfect.
Success.
And having thought of that, it occurs to me, I'll just pat him down a bit and see if he had any nice little items on him that might be suitable as lockpicks.
No. Well, actually, I've got the +1 dagger, which I sort of keep in a belt pouch because I don't use it for anything.
But did you have your belt pouch on you when you were sleeping?
No. Belt pouch.
No.
But what about the others? Have you got going through your list of what you've actually got with you at the present time? Because remember, 2 of you guys were on watch, so you could probably be effectively.
The only gear that I have that could possibly be useful for doing locks is stuff in my pack, which I
Yeah, well, that's right.
I'm
I'll
pretty
put
sure
this
they
up on my
stripped
pack
us
to remove the
of all
job,
our
but-
things, mostly.
For example, a set of thieves tools.
So the people on watch were the monk and the warlock who didn't have anything.
Yeah, I don't have anything,
Yeah.
but I still have everything with me because they chained me up with it all, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
So neither of you guys have got anything that might be useful for trying to
Unfortunately, no.
thread a lock?
Not unless I can punch it, no.
No.
And I can't
However,
from here.
I can heal the thumbs, which I asked when you got out first. So I will do that.
Don't worry, you're only out for an hour.
Yes. Well, once I come to.
You'll be fine before you get bent, before you come to the car.
Before you get bent. Alright.
So you're gonna help Tidal out now?
No. I don't want to get out if you're going to do it that way.
Oh. There's actually one other thing that might have still been on my person, or like in a pouch type stuff that kept it aside.
Yep.
3 silver hairpins.
Ah.
Nope,
those
they're
are the,
missing.
They're missing?
Yep.
Okay,
So
that's probably fair enough.
those ones.
They're not necessarily ones I would normally keep directly on my person, obviously, so I hadn't decided exactly where they were, so but I thought, oh, maybe.
They left the eagle whistle. It's magical, but they took the hairpins.
Well, the hairpins are also magical, because they're the ones that are that they give a remove curse.
Yes,
when
we
you use them.
really need to get them back.
So, okay, well, I'm guessing actually that the chains on the turtle, it's not necessarily his fingers that are in danger there. Can I maneuver them and work them enough to actually help him get out?
If you got someone else who can help you lift the other end, and you can then move the halberds in so you can loosen the chains. At the moment, the chains are taut and stuck in between bars on either side of the cell. So they're using the halberds to hold it tight.
But I can't get the helmet out.
You can't. It's suspended across the cell. So halberds in either side of this, a pole going across.
Yep.
And the chains are wrapped around it, so they pulled it taut against the turtle and shoved it into the either side.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about whether or not if I can actually
Twist one.
move the halberd out of its position and therefore just unthread the chain from the halberd.
Give me a strength check. There wouldn't be a check involved if you had 2 people.
So,
Yeah, well, I can help if I were conscious.
yeah, okay. Well, I mean, I'll give it a try first of all, just to see how it goes.
So do you maneuver Llewell so he's underneath the turtle to give the turtle some padding?
Oh, so the turtle's actually hanging, is he?
He is, yes. That's why it's so hard to do stuff, because he's holding it hard against it.
Yep, okay.
He's creating the extra set of he's the third prong of the tension.
Yep,
So
okay.
you're-
Well, I'll give it a go and see if I can just pull it out. Unlikely. 12!
No, it is wedged in there tightly. The turtle's putting too much weight on it.
Okay.
What if I try and jump in myself? Time it, right.
Tidal, are you going to get yourself out? Do you need some hand?
I'm gonna try.
Sleight of hand?
Is it sleight of hand?
Yes.
Mm,
I have an idea.
Yeah.
How far am I from the floor?
From the floor?
Yeah.
You're about 2.5 feet.
I'm going to create a pole arm. Like someone a pole arm and try and push down on it while he tries to move the...
We're going to see how he does that while you're summoning your shadow stick.
Yeah.
It's going to be lift yourself up.
So yeah, you're effectively being the second person.
Kind of.
Taking the weight off yourself and then...
Hey, no bad thing.
was dexterity, is it?
Sleight of hand, which should be dexterity.
Yep. So that would be 15.
Okay. Your hand feels warm.
I cut myself.
Or it's just rubbing carefully. Rubbing.
Yeah, you managed to slice part of your hand with the manacles.
Wonderful. So I didn't get out and my hand's now bleeding.
Did he slice his hand as they came free?
No, he sliced his hand trying to wedge it the incorrect way through the manacles.
Damn it.
Of course, Tidal knew better.
Yeah. Would you like some assistance?
I'd like to stop bleeding.
I think that was a yes. Do you quickly do it without telling him what you're doing?
Absolutely.
Okay. Sleight of hand roll with disadvantage.
Not quite as good. 17.
Okay, so there's this crunching feeling as he helps you out of the manacles. And you got this jagged cut all up your hand.
That's a constitution saving throw of 10.
You're asleep too.
I think I pass out or something, I don't know.
You scream out loudly.
Fuck.
Pretty much loudly.
At least you didn't get it. At least you didn't get as badly as I did.
And now you're only held on by one manacle.
Yeah, but your
I'm going
fists aren't
to.
your weapons, Sunshine.
I'm going to go and look at the door and just make certain that that hasn't attracted attention.
Okay.
As I quietly tell him to shush.
Thanks, Dad.
Stop making so much noise. Okay. Okay, so you don't hear anything in the distance.
Well, that's lucky.
But you don't hear noise coming from beside you. In the
Beside?
cell next door.
Oh, in the cell next door.
And you hear a voice go, who are you?
I'm too busy screaming.
Where you going? Fuck.
Probably.
Okay.
Right now, busy. Talk soon.
In Atruaghin.
Unless you happen to have a piece of nail or something over there.
Would this work? And hands over a nail.
Oh, happy with that.
It looks like an nail, feels like an nail, tastes like an nail. Why people would use it? And
of course.
lockpick.
Well, no, that's just it. If I had said, unless you're going to set a lockpick or something, then they would have had that over instead.
Yeah, he got locked in the treasury.
That should get into the lock quite effectively. Thank you. Just a minute. And then I will go back to Tidal and attempt to unlock the other manacle.
Okay. Give me a
Assuming this will be like a thieves tool with disadvantage.
thieves tools with disadvantage. Yes.
23.
Okay, it pops off.
Okay.
Bink.
Your hand goes with it.
And is there effectively a lock that I can use on the turtle? Or is it just the chain wrapped around?
It's just the chains wrapped around, using his weight to hold it taut.
Okay.
Well, I'm
So strength check to see if you can lift yourself on the pole.
I already rolled that for it on a 19.
19.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's currently hoisting himself up a bit. So
Well,
the
I'm
DC
guessing
is less.
The Tidal can probably also help at this point and get
You
through.
might have to stop him screaming first.
Yeah, that would be
What are
nice.
you screaming for? Quiet!
I would like to stop it bleeding.
Yourself.
Sure. Give me a medicine roll.
Medicine wall.
We can fix that shortly. You're not going to die now.
I hate this dice. It's more like they roll badly for me, which is funny, but it's fun. That's a 9.
Okay, so you get some powders from one of the kits and shove it into the wound to stop it bleeding. And give me another Constitution saving throw.
Because obviously I need a disease. Oh, okay. I don't need a disease. That's a Constitution?
Yep.
That's 17.
You thought it hurt when you actually had cut yourself with the manacles, but whatever you did is basically set your hand aflame. It literally feels as if you've got it sitting in the fire.
Ow.
But it stopped it bleeding.
Okay.
Yeah, because
But not
how
very
did you
useful.
have to use?
I don't know.
You didn't check. You just
Didn't
grabbed powder
check.
and just went, stop,
Yeah,
stop.
the feces that you just got sprayed with.
With gunpowder. I will.
I'm gonna grab part of his robe and stuff it in his mouth.
Yep.
That works.
That works.
It
Yeah.
is also robe of mending, so you know it'll repair itself later.
Listen, next time you might just wait for the healing spell.
I'll just mumble
Spell.
while I'm screaming in Atruaghin through a cloth.
Okay.
So in which case then, obviously, title is not all that useful right now for trying to get the turtle off the thing. So did the turtle manage to take the weight, did you say?
He did. Now he's going to make another roll to see if he's able to hold it.
Yeah.
Because there's been a little bit of time between that.
That's much less. 11.
Okay, and as he's watching this and watching Tidal, you see him slide down the pole.
Perhaps you could have waited till we were ready.
I said I was doing this before, and then you walked away.
Well, that's because I had a tool to actually get someone unlocked.
Before you got the tool. Tidal tried to rip his hand out, cut himself, while I was doing this. Anyway.
Did we say there was actually any lock on the cane as such?
No locks, just wait.
You just had to twist to get
They
it
basically
out.
got the poles going through the chains, holding it taut.
You can try again? No.
Give me 10 minutes, I'll be okay. Hopefully, maybe.
So a bit about a minute or so you feel okay.
Oh, okay.
You stop seeing stars.
Excellent.
I'm sure that hand will work again one day.
Can I try and wrap the hand?
Yep, you can wrap the hand around the soil clothing.
Okay. Sounds like a bad idea, but okay.
It really does. If you ever want to use that hand again, don't do that.
Well, I was hoping I could use my clothes of mending to wrap it, but the thing is, I'm pretty sure I can't rip a piece off of it.
But clothes of mending don't clean themselves, they repair themselves.
Yeah, so
It's mending, not cleaning.
if I rip a piece off...
I don't need this arm.
You're thinking
I can be cleaning stuff.
I don't know.
Once it grows back.
Does it actually repair it? How does it work?
You'll figure that out next time you need to fix it. You rip a sleeve off and use it to wrap your hand with.
Yeah, I guess so.
And if it doesn't work, you can rip the other sleeve off and you won't notice the difference.
Exactly. It's a new style.
Yeah.
Call it
No longer
title
in
style.
box at that point.
It's the James Dean style.
The new saying is going to be you titled it.
I titled it.
Okay, so now you've got your hand fixed and the turtle sort of sitting there. Hey, you're ready.
I'm going to attempt to help the turtle.
Don't worry, you only summoned it about a minute or so ago, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's fine.
I need a reroll.
What'd you get?
1.
It's okay, we technically have 6 rerolls available.
Well,
I don't want to stab the turtle.
why are you trying to stab me?
What are you trying to stab the turtle
Yeah,
for?
but you are completely away from me.
Well,
I
he'd
thought I
basically
was
be
helping.
trying to help lift the halberd instead of making it harder.
And
Going, I'll
what is
put my
stabbing
weight on
it
it.
Because I rolled another 19 to try and push myself back
Because
up.
I thought you needed
So
2 people.
you have a
to
reroll.
get out.
He didn't need 2 people on either side to do it.
Either end of me.
And the center person made it easier.
Uh,
So Jeremy, what's your strength check?
Strength check, just a basic strength check, no
Yep.
modifiers.
No modifiers.
14.
What did Total get off his reroll? And you got an 8?
Yeah.
Okay, so Jeremy, you're able to pull your end out, and Tidal hooks the halberd on the other end, and then the turtle just slides all the way down to you.
Marvellous. I will dodge aside so he doesn't run into me.
Yep. And he's basically butt up against the wall, still on the things.
Cool.
Well, does the cane start coming off the end of the
It does, but it
Halberd?
takes you a while to unlink it all.
Yeah,
While you're
okay.
doing that, I'll unsummon that.
And don't worry, there was just a halberd mixed up in it all too. Until he let go of his pole arm.
So what I'm hearing is the fact that we've now got 2 halberds and 2 daggers available to us. Or
No.
3 daggers,
Oh,
possibly.
yeah, halberd, yeah.
Even better.
Every time
we
you
said you didn't have your dagger, did you? Because you put
Yeah.
it in a pouch.
you do have 2 halberds now, yes.
do they count as spear weapons?
Halberds are pole arms,
Yeah, count as
not
weapons.
spears.
Okay.
Weapons.
They're big axes. They're axe heads on a very long handle.
Oh, those. Yeah.
With a point.
Yeah, I can't use those.
Okay, I
No.
was going
Well, you
to...
can.
They are
You
martial
can.
weapons. I'm just going to
Oh,
open
I
up
think
the...
I trained in martial
Yeah, they're two-handed martial weapons.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yes. Although they can be used for dueling. There are dueling versions.
No dueling versions of these. They
Well,
are
not
they are
D&D,
pole arms.
mate. D&D doesn't have dueling versions. History does.
History might, but these guys don't.
No, because they're boring.
Okay.
Well, in all cases, based on first edition.
Let's see. Beep, boo, boo. Where are we? There we go.
Big black screen again.
That's okay. You're going to get it back again in a moment. I just had to open up file.
Yeah.
So there you have a whole bunch of pole arms.
Yeah, halberd, polearm.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
can use those.
It's a heavy.
Mm.
Yeah, it is heavy. They're about 7.5 or 8 pounds.
Yep. And in this
Yeah,
terms,
well, yeah.
heavy means can't be used by a small
Small
creature
size.
without
What material
disadvantage.
are they made from?
Metal.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
Well, it'd
Well,
be metal head, but wouldn't handle.
wood shaft.
These ones have metal shafts.
Oh, okay. Well, because that was going to be my next point, was to just use my dagger type stuff to effectively cut through the wood and allow the turtle to bounce on it a few times and therefore break the wood. But obviously that would have been more challenging.
It would have. And so they basically will do 2d6 damage if you are proficient with them,
That's funny.
or 1d6 if you're not.
I like how it says in the martial arts thing, with your short swords and any simple melee weapons don't have the two-handed or heavy property. It has both.
But it's also not a simple weapon.
Yeah. So it has 3 things.
So the only simple weapon that you can't use is the great club,
Not that, yeah.
because that's
Yeah.
the two-handed weapon.
I don't think there are any simple weapons in here, because we've got 2 halberds. And what else?
What I'm talking about in the simple list of weapons in D&D, the only two-handed weapon is the great club.
Okay, yep. But in this room there's two halberds and that's it, right?
Yep, 2 halberds, slightly bent,
Yep.
Slightly bent.
but still usable.
Yep.
Apparently, there's been a
doesn't-
turtle who's been bouncing on them.
Keep your receipts.
Yeah. And the great club doesn't have to be very big either.
And you have a chain too,
Yeah, we have a chain.
only slightly scuffed in one spot.
I don't think I can use a chain. What is a chain?
A chain is very good for no martial effects whatsoever.
Yeah. Whenever a chain would be martial, would it be under whip?
No, there is no actual chain attack available because it's not designed as a weapon.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's basically an improvised weapon that you can't get skilled at.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It'd be like 1d4 damage.
so at this stage, everyone's free. Luo's been out for the count for a little while. Is that right?
Yep,
Yep.
and by the time you've gotten the
And-
turtle free and gotten everything undone and the helmet's back into space, Luell wakes up.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I was going to say the fact that, like I was thinking, yeah, it's going to be there. And so, how badly wounded is Tidal?
Tidal doesn't look to be... He's not bleeding anymore. He's stuffed some weird stuff into his wound and fish head based and wrapped it up with his sleeve. Told you. You're going to get such an infection.
Weird.
That's not necessarily the standard medicine that I would go with, but I guess it works.
If I came from the ocean, I'm making sure whatever kills me came from the ocean as well.
But you can see that there's a bit of a fish head sticking out of the wound.
I'm just thinking,
Okay.
I'm just
Please
thinking
inspect
of
this.
just thinking of a total
I
wizard
feel like I
with
did
blue
medicine as
octopus
well now.
as a familiar.
Well, then you wrapped it up. So they can basically see there's the shape of this fish head in your bandage.
Yes. I'm not certain that was supposed to be used for cleansing wounds.
Well, please roll to medicine me better.
It'll scare everything else off. I'll give you
Because
that.
apparently, as far as I'm concerned, fish heads work fine. So please help.
Out of curiosity, Martin, ritual casting, you've got to have your ritual book on you, don't you?
Yes, if you got your ritual book on
Yeah.
you can
Because you're
then
working
cast.
from it. You're working from the book.
That's right.
If you've got it memorized, you can cast it as a ritual without the book, as long as you take the time and you don't need to do a check.
No, the ones I'm looking at the moment, they say, I only know them as rituals.
Yep.
Detect poison and disease and purify food and drink. I don't think either of those are necessary right now, are they?
No, I can't see
Yes.
them being useful.
Purify the fish head so it makes it more healing, thanks.
But I can't do it because I've got
You
my
need to
ritual book on me.
purify
That's
your brain
it.
so everything's better.
Mm.
Um,
That helps too.
okay, well, I will again take a bit of a look out the door and make sure there's still no one coming in that direction.
No one seems to be coming in that direction at this stage.
And then talk to our benefactor next door.
Yep. I was gonna check.
Is he chained up or?
He is also chained up. Here's my mouse. I actually had a page 4 to show you what your villain of the piece. Where is page 21? There. That's what the your jailer looks like. And that's him literally throwing the crap on you.
He looks like a friendly fellow.
See that looks like Llewell and Tidal and boots of someone else, of course. It's so wonderful how they got it so close to what we're actually doing.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm the one in the middle, right?
Well, while they talk, I'll try and fix his hand a little bit. Like, clean it out a little bit.
pink, poof, fixed.
Yeah, the thought did cross my mind, but
You gotta get it off at the source.
let's not amputate it.
What, you're using fish sauce?
SAUCE.
Hey, the Wednesday doctor starts with amputation. He managed to amputate both the hands and the feet of the same character in the same session. From three different occurrences. It did happen, didn't it?
Surprisingly enough, that particular character didn't survive that session.
Yeah.
With that kind of medicine still going for him, I'm sure you're surprised.
So, what would you like to medicine with?
Not cutting it up. I don't have a sword out at the moment. I am literally going to unbandage it, then unwrap
Give me a
it,
medicine roll.
to then try and get the fish head out.
Would a dagger be useful?
It would be, but where did you have the dagger?
23.
Because most of you didn't have them.
No, I've got 2 daggers. Well, technically, yeah. But I ripped one of the patches off my robe.
Oh, okay, so you've got 2 daggers, yes.
But like, I'm pretty certain they're 2 separate patches. So I'll rip up one patch and there's a dagger.
One each.
I got 20.
23? Yeah, see, the fish there's probably about as you pull it out, and the sewage also comes off.
Ugh.
He did
My
stop the
God.
bleeding with sewage.
What were you doing that?
I told you.
Nasty. That's beyond nasty.
Well, I suppose we've got to pee on it.
Ew.
Probably be the first time.
Well, nobody else has got any water, do they?
Maybe that won't be the last either. Is
Actually,
I can get some water.
this where you
Hey, in some places you have to pay for turtle pee.
very specialised places.
has
I
healing
can-
properties?
I could find some water, but you only probably much more cleansing.
Now I'm out of the manacles. I can clean things,
Do you wait?
and including things like sewerage.
Nah. I'm all natural.
Okay, so while you're getting ready to do your precipitation, the turtle's peeing on his hand.
Cleaning that stuff out.
I'll probably give you.
Hey,
Turn your
Yeah, I'll kind of look away and just be like, get it over and done with, please. I know we're all friends, but this is getting a bit
You,
far.
you're definitely friends for life now.
He's totally and utterly put me off my spellcasting.
Put me off my spellcasting.
What? Have you never seen a turtle pee before?
Not the
So
other hand,
the room has one of those interesting fragrances. I think you might have had something like asparagus recently.
Wonderful.
Mixed with sewage and fish head smell.
Yep.
The only time I've ever seen someone do that, they would have been drinking a lot beforehand.
And you have no idea how much he's been drinking, but it goes for a while.
It is thoroughly cleansed.
Or something.
Or something.
Well, gotta be better than sewage.
So yes, you've now got a urine-soaked wrist with bandages.
We shall never speak of this.
We took the bandages off.
Yeah, but you had to clean the bandages too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I'll have to clean
We'll
those later.
rewrap it afterwards.
Yeah, that's fine.
And your hand is nicely warm.
Wonderful.
You're welcome.
Thanks. I appreciate the first aid.
I'm all natural.
So instead of Iron Fist, you're a Yellow Fist. Yes, I will take and run with it.
That's alright.
This is what we get for travelling with tribesmen.
Hey!
I believe a dagger is a
Simple weapon.
simple weapon, so I can use it as a monk weapon.
Yes.
So may I borrow that dagger?
You can have the dagger.
With which hand? The urine hand or the non-urine
The
hand?
non-urine hand.
Okay.
Once I'm done there, I'm put everything back away, and then
Yep.
I'll summon my longsword.
Okay. Your longsword is happy to see you.
Put everything back away. How many do you have?
Yes, Hurdle. It's a mystery. That's why you have to turn your head.
Trade secrets, alright.
Okay. So, are we done now?
God, I hope so.
Well, if you want to take a look, go for it.
So, yes. I will try and look through the window to the other room and see who's there and what they're doing. And
Well, there is this guy staring out at with this look of bewilderment at these people who
I'm
have been.
wondering what's on the other side of the window.
That's where he goes like, don't
I know
do
there's a guy looking through the window with a look of bewilderment on his face at the moment. That's
Don't
me.
talk to you guys.
Okay, so two of you were looking through the window at each other with bewilderment.
Okay.
And he
Change
says,
the wall, is he?
and he says, what did I witness? Do I want to know?
Rare heating ritual you'll never see again.
Something not important right now, I'm sure. So who are you?
Obviously someone who doesn't want to be peed on, but
Unless he can
That
see
can
me,
be
he
arranged.
probably just saw me disappear too.
my name is Asgarth of Lum. That's my village, Lum.
Because it was already.
I don't imagine it's there anymore. I'm the son of the barrel maker.
That's also finesse, awesome.
You've been here for a while?
About 20 years.
Okay.
I came here when I was 6. I could sort of count then.
You can count properly now, right?
What's properly?
How do you count?
Not
Can you
important
count?
right now. Not
You can count
important right
10
now.
twice with the same numbers.
Yes. Not important right now.
Okay, we'll get to
He's
that
been here a
later.
while.
Always.
Well, so and is he changing the wall like we were?
Yep. He can move around a little bit though. He can stare through the window.
And I'm guessing that if he's close enough to the window, can I get my hand through with the nail and try and unlock it?
You can if you like.
So, have you been chained up here the whole time?
Yep.
I have another set.
Though they had to give me new manacles every now and then. Apparently every year they came in and checked the manacles to make sure my hands hadn't dropped off.
Fair enough.
But they haven't been here for about 5 years to check on me because, well, apparently I haven't needed new manacles for a while.
And how long does the jailer? How often does the jailer come around?
Last time he stopped by to talk to me was, I'm sure it was this week.
Not this year.
Or last year.
So
Hard to
has he got enough movement from the canes to actually reach floor if they put a tray of food or anything to him? And
Well, he's not chained. The chain to the wall allows him to walk around the room.
Oh, okay, right. So basically, he's got he's got a chain like on his ankle or something type stuff, has he?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's around his hands and that's just chained to the wall, but it's enough that he
Okay.
can reach anywhere in the room with it.
Yeah. Okay. So he's okay. Well, first things first. Then let's see if we can get you. Let's see if we can get that chain off you, and you can have a rest for a little while. So, put your hand through here, and here we go.
Yep.
I'm sure that wrist is getting a bit sore.
Oh, that's okay.
24 for the thieves' tools with disadvantage.
Okay, it pops off easily.
Okay.
And he goes, oh, that's nice. I haven't had those off for a while. Hopefully they don't come and kill me soon.
Hold on.
Keep quiet. Let's say we'll work out what's happening. So, So what do you know about this place then? If you've been here for 20 years, I guess if you've been locked up the whole time, you may not have seen much of it. But
Well, I've been out and about, but I dropped a brick on a corporal, and they put me in here to punish me. Says, we're not sure where we are, but we've been told it's Sharka's Mirror. We're inside Sharka's Mirror.
mm-hmm. And how many of you are there?
He looks at his hands and starts trying to count his fingers. Lots.
But not everyone's chained up. Were you like elsewhere?
Most people have manacles, but bad people get chained.
Right.
And new
If
people.
we-
New people also get chained.
If we were to get out of the prison area, do you know where we could get to be escaping?
People would like to escape. No one's ever escaped. Escape would be good.
Mm-hmm.
And he's happy to sketch out for you most of the place if you can help him get out.
Okay, well, I mean, the first point is that looking at the immediate area around us, like looking out through our door, if we got, is the jailer's not sitting out the side there or anything like that, is he?
No, he's not sitting outside.
So if we were able to open the door, we'd be able to, like, we wouldn't be seen immediately or anything like that.
You would be able to get out without someone seeing you straight away.
Shouldn't we potentially try and draw the jailer in so that we can surprise attack him?
Did you see the size of that guy?
Sure, but you're going to have to face him eventually, most likely.
Well,
I'd
but
rather
if
have
we can sneak up on him, I bet he'll be a lot more surprised.
The fists are your weapons.
Particularly also, if,
Yeah,
do you know if there's any other prisoners locked down here at the present time? Any other cells?
There are other cells,
Slap him. Oh god, what's that
and
step?
he's currently looking them up for you.
It's like now he has to roll a constitution saving throw every time I punch him.
Yep. Theseus fish and turtle weed.
Okay, now I have
What
to
do you
lay
mean,
the
don't touch your
land.
face?
The biometric attack, fist attack.
Okay, so I shall take you to a...
Roll to resist
Map.
scratching nose. Fail. Oh god!
Okay.
Technically, you're supposed to be in those two, while your other person is in 13. But I'll just say that the 12 is one single cell.
Right.
Oh.
Okay. So
Simple, isn't it?
did this other person give a name yet?
Uh,
Oh, he did, didn't he? He said it was
yeah.
somebody rather Lum.
Ashgarth.
Ashgarth, yes. So,
Mm.
do you know if anyone else is chained down here at the present time?
Yeah, there are other people here. Other people captured. He captures many people.
Maybe we can uncatch them.
Well, so yeah, so okay, so
Other
at-
people say that there are about 4,000 people here.
4,000?
hey,
That sounds like an army to me.
Was that just the ones who were jailed?
well, I get the impression they're all technically imprisoned inside the mirror. It's just some of the jails are a deeper prison.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Because remember when we were on the platform, there was a lot of space around looking at us.
Yeah, that's true.
And it doesn't take a lot
So-
of guards to keep other people in line.
Mm.
So as far as Ashgarth is aware,
Yep.
the jailer, is there only one jailer?
Head jailer, mini guards.
Right. But the guards do not tend to hang around the area of all the cells. They're actually off in the other spaces, like room 14 or etc.
Guards wander, but they don't do much. Guards stupid.
Yeah. God also strong.
Guards have no patience. And if you call attention to yourself, you get taken to torture room.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, I guess the first thing is to see if I can unlock the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a roll with disadvantage.
11, 23.
Bing. The door opens. Apparently they just don't make them like they used to.
Oh no, it's just I got a good nail. Okay. And it was dim light still around here?
It is dim lighting around here. You don't see a light source, it's just dim lighting.
Okay.
Hmm.
In which case then, I don't know if you guys want to wait here temporarily and I'll do a quick scout of the area and see how many people we're looking at and stuff.
Yep. Give me a perception roll.
So, I mean, you guys are welcome to come, but I just figure they're probably easier to be quiet and running around. So, 19.
Okay, so you start heading off. Does anyone want to ask your cellmate questions?
Judging by his previous questions, I'm not sure he'll have that many answers.
Well, he's been here for over 20 years.
He has, but he can apparently only count on one hand.
He's going to have seen everything. He's probably worth.
But just
definitely worth
because
talking.
someone hasn't can't count that well doesn't mean they don't know things.
And obviously, he'd know enough to find out that other people had said there was about the 4,000.
Yeah.
He might have no idea what that value means, but
Yeah, just because his education
I'd
stops at the
like
age
to
of 6
ask
doesn't
him if
mean
he's ever been to the torture room.
No, he heard screams.
Okay.
You know where torture room is? He tells you it's roughly how to get to room 20.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does he know what's in past that area?
He can describe most of those areas, having spoken to many people and lived in this place a long time.
Okay.
Apparently there's not many things to talk about except what's in this place.
Are we likely to find guard resistance in, what is that, 16? Or is it 15?
You are likely to find guard resistance in most places where guards are, he says. Because guards are resisty, that's the sort of thing they do.
Okay.
They don't like it when you drop bricks on their feet.
No, I can imagine that. Are we likely to find guards in that area?
Okay, so the main areas you will find guards that he does know all about are areas. So this area here is a guard station. This area here is a guard station.
Right.
This area here is a guard station.
Yeesh. Okay.
Can't tell me you didn't expect that.
Well, yeah, but I mean, 3 guard posts in a row means we probably don't want to go that way. We might want to go the other way.
And this section here is the administrative offices and punishment rooms.
See, we can arm ourselves with quills.
Or punishment tools.
Like a poker.
Better than a club.
Iron Maiden! I'll throw that at someone.
Carry a stretching rack.
If you'll just lay down here.
We might find spare manacles in there. We can tie guards up with it.
So, Paul, could you have Luell give me an Arcana roll on the manacles?
Yep. Yeah, 17.
Okay, checking out the manacles, you realize that the writing in Draconic is the only thing magical about those manacles.
yeah, they're written in permanent ink.
Yeah, I'm going to get these manacles and I'm going to find whoever did them and put them somewhere.
But hey, it's the perfect anti-mage weapon. It says bad magic. I'm not going to use magic.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, at the point where it was, I've got manacles on, I had many people pointing crossbows at me. There's not what I can actually do because I can't teleport.
I know. But the best way to stop someone doing something is make them think they can't do it.
Yeah, well, the thing is, there hasn't been a time where I could use a useful spell without getting shot.
Yeah, no, that's so.
I know.
So there was no point me trying anyway.
No, that's so.
Yeah.
Okay, so so Jeremy, you also find the same. There is no one patrolling the cells, it appears, but
Yep.
there is someone in there and someone in there as well.
Okay.
What's number 9?
But all the rest are empty?
All the rest are empty.
Yeah.
Number 9 represents the corridors,
Oh, right.
because they map the important spaces.
Okay.
Obviously, he's used to more prisoners.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
these are like cell blocks of closed rooms, and the outside are
Well,
jail
there's a-
cells.
It
Well,
looks
they
as
just
if the inside
calm.
ones are supposed to be more enclosed, so you can't actually see, whereas the outside ones you can talk between the walls a lot easier.
Right. Okay.
So the outside ones are like the standard jail cells you see in sheriff offices, where it's bars around 3 sides,
Yeah.
whereas the ones in the middle are supposed to be just bars in front, so you can't actually see people either side of you.
Yep. Except ours has a window for some reason.
I think they'd all have windows there to basically
Okay.
allow people to scream and moan and complain.
All right. Yeah.
But not actually see who you're talking to unless you can stick your face up and go, "What's going on?"
Ah, yes, the barbershop moaning quartet.
Mhm.
Um,
Well, you joined them for a little while.
Yes, I did.
Okay, well, I will come back and report that, okay, well, it seems that there are 2 other prisoners currently, plus our friend Ashgarth. We'll go round and I guess I'll try and get Ashgarth out, and then we'll see if Ashgarth recognises or knows of the others. But it also then means that because there's no guards around at the present time, you guys want to come out and have a walk around as well?
Yep, probably.
And basically, as soon as we come out of the 12, I'll take them around to 13 type area. But on the way, and therefore when we're more out of earshot of Ashgarth, I'll ask the others whether or not they've got any concerns about his trustworthiness or whether he might be a pant or a spy or anything like that. Did any of us get any feeling that he was not being truthful in what little conversation we had?
He didn't really tell us enough to really tell us many lies.
So,
He's also been here for 20 years, and
Yeah.
from the way that the head guard was described and the way he acts, it doesn't seem like anybody would last 20 years.
but he would also say he wasn't actually in the cell for 20 years.
This entire place is a prison as far as he's concerned, the dimension.
Well,
Yeah. Like he's been in the mirror for 20 years, but not in the cell for 20 years. So,
But at some point, did he actually work for them?
Everyone works for them.
well, so yes, whether he worked for them voluntarily or not. But yeah, so are we allowed an insight roll or something like that to say whether or not we've got any reason to suspect him other than doubtfulness of his story?
You can, yes.
Because, as I say, Penalty being an ex-watchman, he tends to think that he's a good judge of character. 19. So,
You don't seem to have any problems with what you've spoken to him about so far.
okay.
I got 18.
You're also pretty okay with it. You just think he's a little simple.
So, yeah, so no one's got any particular concerns with getting him out and...
No, I'm happy to drag him along.
I got. Look, he knows the place well, just because he's badly almost totally uneducated and may not be the smartest, doesn't actually matter very much. If he's got any level of perception, he can tell us useful information.
So, okay then, yeah. So we'll go around to his door, and I will attempt to pick the locks. I'm assuming I didn't find a nice key rack or something like that inside the cells area.
No, they're not that helpful. It would just make it so easy for people to break out if they did.
Well, let's try to get out of the cell. What am I? Plus 12, 15.
15, you have no
With disadvantage?
problems picking this cell, though it did bend a little bit while you did so. You think you damaged the nail.
My careful lockpicking nail.
Yeah.
I probably made it more worthwhile. I could have a better hook on you, see? Okay, yep. So we shall, open the door and let's have a good look at this Ashgarth.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's see if I have a better description of how he looks like. Okay. So he has bloodshot blue eyes.
Right.
It's the only descriptiveness they give him.
So he's a floating pair of bloodshot blue eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently that's all the description he needs. That's how he's rolled.
Okay.
Okay.
Which obviously means that he's perfectly trustworthy and he's all good, because if he was bad, we saw the description of the bad guys.
Yeah, he's not really noteworthy, is he?
Apparently the only question you don't ask in the list of questions I've got for him is, what do you look like?
What do you look like? All I can see is that I have eyes.
Okay, no, he's at the back of the module somewhere, so give me a second if I can actually find his actual stat block if I have it. So it's at the back of the module, he'll be there. Now let's see. Oh look, he actually has a page. He's about 5'11", so on the tall side. Has thin red hair, has a mustache and a beard. He looks to be about 25. Oh, actually, it says looks like he's in his late 30s, so he's about 25.
Right.
He is very skinny.
Well, so, yeah, he looks to be 20 in his late 30s, but he's actually 25.
He dresses.
Kind of hard life.
He dresses in clothes for a slave. Ratted breeches and tunic stitched from third-rate linen, seldom washed and pocket-marked with holes and tears. Though I would say tears instead of tears, but it looks like they wrote tears instead of tears.
Well, he's probably crying as well.
And he is quite attractive looking, but very weedy.
I'm sure a prisoner's tears is a spell component somewhere.
Well, tears of virgins has been used in a lot of things.
Okay then. I will take the group over to room 11, where we can look in on whatever that prisoner is, and
Getting your ropes ready.
Ashgarth might be able to tell us more and get an indication of whether or not the person might be trustworthy.
Okay, so room number 11, and I jump back to the map to make sure I don't know who that one is.
I'm pretty sure my punch is in there.
Okay, room number 11.
26.
Okay, so inside I'll give a description of that person. It's amusing how much I'm jumping around just to keep track of it all here. Okay, so description. You see a 5'7" tall woman with red hair, worn long and braided. Her eyes are a brilliant blue. She looks to be in her mid-20s. And the robe she's wearing look to be fairly fine linen with green hues, with a strange golden brooch still on the clasp.
Why do they all have red hair?
Like capture.
A lot of the Thiantan nobility have the Titan ability in Karamikos had red hair.
Yeah.
But she's not one of them. She's actually a Troldaran with red hair.
I was thinking of
But obviously, she hasn't been here nearly as long as Ashgar.
I think the person who wrote most of the setting has his fetish for red hair.
Yeah, well,
that's some sort of key point to it.
well, it's entirely valid.
The amount of people who have red hair in the modules is strangely proportionate to the populace than most other people.
Well, like magic users really throughout the populace. Way more of them than there should be.
Well, every important person is a magic user, of course. And they all have red hair because that's the sign of magic.
Okay, so
We'll
So
ask
I'm
our
hiding
friend
it then.
if he knows anything about this lady.
I've never seen her before. She's not from here.
and is she chained to the wall or anything as well?
She is chained to the wall.
Okay.
Currently unconscious.
Oh, unconscious at the moment.
Right.
Looks
Okay.
as if she's been beaten up recently.
Quick slap with my hand, she'll wake up.
I will see if I can unlock the door.
I won't go there.
As we're going around, I will see if there's a better nail to use.
Otherwise known as a fish slap.
19.
Okay, you still manage to get the lock open even though your nail is starting to catch on the lock.
Just because I'm so good.
You're not sure how long you'll be able to keep this nail running as the lock pops open.
Okay.
And she's shackled to the wall and still bleeding from the last time she'd been taken to the torture room.
Ugh.
Oh.
Well, a little bit of healing, a little bit of unlocking should fix both problems. How about you do the unlocking and I'll do the healing?
If you want to.
Yep.
I will attempt again to unlock.
While you're doing that, could you make a history check, Paul?
I will do. Freak. Oops. Sorry, I'm going to get my D20 back.
Well, your cat shouldn't be stealing it.
No, it's not that. It fell doom. And rolled way back under my desk.
And 20
Fortunately,
for.
I have an arm.
Only one?
Well, he's lost the other one, someone had wrapped it up in this urine soaked.
Oh, God.
Not before it was covered in fishes and fish head.
Yeah, 22.
22. Okay, so you recognize the brooch for the Guild of Spellcasters out of Speculum. And that
Okay.
marks this person as Lady Halia,
It's Drazzle.
who you'd
Oh.
This is the
come
boss
here
of
to
this
rescue.
one, Drowsy, you reckon? Oh,
Yeah.
please no.
Oh, hi, lady.
He's
Good to meet you.
just
It's a good
an
thing we've found you.
Well, she's still
Oh,
unconscious
you're
at the present
here.
time.
Maybe this is where they...
You give
Yeah.
her a lot of pleasantries. She doesn't seem to respond as she still
Yeah,
lies
well.
there unconscious.
I know, but
Did-
I'm telling
did it-
them what I'm finding out doing it.
Did a 20 manage to unlock her manacles?
At 20, took her manacles off.
Like 6 of them.
Marvellous. So,
We're speculating on...
and as I say, I'll keep looking around for a better nail now.
If Drazzle is here as
the
well.
boss of this realm.
If he could.
He's the boss of this realm.
Quite possibly.
And because this is where his the back of his cart leads.
Could possibly lead here. Just imagine if you're running through Drazzle's realm.
Well, he also doesn't want Drazzle to know that he's been smeared with fishes and fish heads and then peed on. So...
Have you told that to everyone?
Have I told that? Not yet, but I will as we get out.
Drazzle may request a demonstration.
We'll talk about that later.
Just for accuracy's sake for his book.
After giving a hug.
Okay, so yes, Paul just shares with you what he found out.
Yep.
Did you pick up?
Okay. So, whilst you guys take her and put her somewhere slightly cleaner, possibly, maybe one of the other cells where they haven't freshly put the sewage in, I will go with Ashgarth to quietly to room 10
Yep.
and see if we can recognise the person in there.
Okay. In room number 10, let's see if he actually has a description.
red hair.
I wouldn't be surprised. Okay. Come on, you're here somewhere. There we are. Where's the description? Okay, so you've got this 6 foot tall guy with brown hair. The first brown haired person you've seen so far described.
Obviously a mistake.
He has a mustache and a beard. He has brown eyes as well. He looks to be in his 30s. And he seems to have a brightly coloured gold document clothing, with rich trimmings in a variety of colours. Though his boots and belt look fairly worn.
Mm-hmm. Does Ashgarth recognise him?
No, he'd never seen him before.
Does the description fit with the other guy that we were trying to find?
It does look like the Lord Retamon that you had been sent to rescue.
Yeah, right.
Yes. Okay. And is he conscious?
He is conscious and staring at you.
Okay. Greetings, friend. My name's Penadir. We're here to actually get you out.
I do not know a prayer, dear, so how could you be my friend?
So, well,
You're just another trick to get more information out of me and help me betray my people.
I believe it was your, and as well, I remember from the description, was it his father or his father-in-law or something like that, the one that we were talking to?
Just you can see it, so you can see what I rolled.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. So, but the point being the fact that I'm going to give him some more information that might help counter that roll. So, your father, or father-in-law, whichever one, Tordamon or something, Tedamir?
You don't know my father's name correctly, you can't be telling the truth.
He sent me and my friends to try and determine your whereabouts. Do you wish to get out of here?
Of course I wish to get out of here. I want to wring that scarred guy's neck.
Well, let's see if I can get the lock again. It's good one, 15, 12, 27.
Yep, it pops open without a problem. Apparently you don't need magic, you just have this guy for nail.
That's right.
I've got my trusty nail.
And is he manacled to the wall as well?
He is manacled to the wall. His hands are covered in blood, but he doesn't seem to have any marks or bruises on him whatsoever.
So it's like as if he's been trying to rip his own hands out of the manacles?
No, it looks as if he's basically been beating whoever comes in here to take him in such a way that they leave him behind.
Oh, okay, right. So
he's a fighter.
Well, holding up the nail is proof that, hey, I wasn't using the key to get in here. Thinking, oh, we're not actually the...
Well, he holds forth the manacles. The other people weren't trying to unmanacle him, they were trying to drag him out.
Yeah, okay.
There's still bits of hair and skin hanging off the manacles from where I was beating people with them.
For 16?
There's a snap.
Oh!
Apparently, the nail has finally failed you. It took 2 fails to break the nail, but you did it.
Okay. But that didn't open the manacles, obviously, either?
No, but you've now got part of the nail jammed in there somewhere.
Okay, then. But he was just manacled by his hand, so therefore now the door's open, he can walk out?
That is correct.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, it might take a moment longer yet. But come with us. I believe your wife is this way.
He follows you.
So, and we'll go down to meet up with the others and Halia. And then, as I say, whilst the others try and do any bandaging type effect or things, I'm going to make a good search around for another nail.
Okay. Give me another roll.
Another, like a perception, a search type stuff?
Yep. And investigate roll this time.
Investigate. 22.
22. Okay, you find a
An old lockpick.
broken stiletto. A
Okay.
bit rusted, stuck in some cracks of the flooring, and pull it out.
Okay.
It's about an inch long, but it would work in a pinch.
I will see if I can make it work in a pinch. Well, actually, I'll use the dagger, like the proper dagger, to try and dig out the remnant of the nail.
Yep.
Before trying to then use the sliver of the stiletto to actually manipulate it.
Okay.
Apparently these manacles are a lot tougher. I rolled double 1.
Okay, so you embed your thumb in the slither of the stiletto, and you feel it goes. You basically see it pop out the other side of your thumb. That's gonna hurt.
Pee on it.
And the other end of the stiletto's got jammed in the lock, so you're sort of stuck to the guy's lock.
Well,
Once he smears it with feces and fish.
Don't worry, you have a turtle.
Okay, well,
My captain's
I will talk to what's his name, Rexamon or something.
Yeah,
And
I'll start healing him and take
You'll
the
see
stiletto
later.
out.
I'll go back to myself.
Well, it's the point. Okay. On 3, I'm taking my thumb away. You bring your hands away, and we'll get to it.
Okay, on 3, 1, 2. Constitution roll.
Constitution.
Yep. Saving throw.
Constitution saving throw.
Yep.
13.
13. It hurts like hell. You make a muffled noise, and then your blood starts bleeding. Your thumb starts bleeding.
That's why I said I'd start healing him and then pull the knife out.
Well, so I was keen to get the knife out quickly, but then yes,
okay.
basically I'll
And then the well just reaches over and stops the bleeding.
clamp my thumb.
No,
I've already.
at this point is our friendly turtle trying to help.
No, he didn't smear it with feces and fish head.
Okay, apparently you're safe. You don't need to be sterilized.
I might get tetanus from the rusty stiletto, but that's why metal is bad.
No.
You know, when you rescue people, most people get rewarded. I think we're going to get punished by the time we get back if we do that. You rescue me, then beat up my wife! She looks like she needs to be sterilized.
So, were you being sterilizing her while they were away?
This conversation happened. I didn't go any further.
Well, it's up to you.
No.
They could have come back just in time to witness the end of it.
Hopefully Lul's actually there and he's providing some more medical advice.
The end of the golden
Yes,
shower.
healing is happening.
Okay, so you heal her up while the turtle and the tidal are both debating whether or not she should be sterilized.
No, you two, bog off.
And you are lucky that Druzza wasn't here, because he would have gone, oh, okay, and done it.
Probably.
No, Drazzle.
You're just lucky he's not here.
There's still time.
Yeah. I say it by reflex.
Okay, so yes, and she starts to stir as the Lord walks up behind you guys with Prey Deer and the other prisoner.
Yeah. Okay.
try not to look too
Yeah.
weird and menacing. It's okay.
Yeah, so these two have only, they've only got taken just before, like that's what we got called for, so they've only been here like
A few
a few days or a week or so, haven't they?
You could just get in your shell and I could spin you.
They've
It's
only
not
been here for
very
about a week.
Look, he's a ride. He's definitely been spin. I think you meant to have a brush for that normally.
Normally, yeah, but I forgot my brush. I'll just do it at home.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so as you catch up, the ground around you starts to shake. Okay,
So
people
it's
can
shaking
make
around.
a intelligence check.
Shaking around where we're standing at 11.
That's where you get to make an intelligence check to determine what's going on.
Intelligence, hey?
For some of you, it's easier than others.
Yeah.
Anything specific or just intelligence?
Intelligence.
13.
13,
15.
15,
Nearly 10.
nearly 10, and Jeremy.
7.
Okay, so for those of you who got 10 and below, and those of you who got over 10,
Someone's moving the mirror, obviously.
Yeah.
it sort of feels like a earthquake in progress.
There are earthquakes in this realm? Okay. Can we ask...
I'm going to go stand in the doorway.
Yep. You stand in the doorway. I'm sure it's safer.
Can we ask our person we first
Ask
freed,
Yep.
as
Yep.
whatever his name is, if these earthquakes happen often?
Okay. And he actually answers for that one.
Oh, good. Wow.
He says, they started about a month ago. And it's some sort of ground shake or earthquake. And everyone here is worried about it except Skarda. It only started happening about a month ago, and people think it's whatever's being built in this, being built this little world is mad about the damage being done to it. The quarry especially.
Mm-hmm.
There's a quarry.
Yes, there's a quarry.
Okay. Why?
How big is
What are
this
they digging
place?
out?
Stuff you quarry, he says. So, isn't that what a quarry means? You dig stuff out?
Yes.
I was just wondering what exactly it's coming from.
How big is this land?
He stretches his arms out saying big.
He's a prisoner, not a real estate agent.
Have you ever walked from one end to the other?
No.
So you've been here for 20 years. You got captured 20 years ago.
Yes.
Were there people here already?
Yes.
And have more people been captured since?
Not as many, but people get captured regularly.
And how many warriors do Skarda have?
He has many, and monsters that fight for him.
Do you have any idea what he's trying to do?
No, but he doesn't know much about him. Just that he's a monster in the shape of a man who lives in the palace above everyone. He knows he uses spells, and that he's insane according to all the tales he's heard. And that he can be terrible and wrathful and murdersome one minute and calm and peaceful and even generous the next. He knows that he had been capturing villagers like himself for 20 years or more, forcing them to build and grow and serve in his army. He knows he's been making plans and forming his army for many years, and he has a mission. He plans to conquer all nations of the world. He's got a plan to conquer the world, basically.
Right.
Pretty standard.
And he's planning on sneaking into someone by the name of Duke Stefan Karamikio. He can't really get the name out. He's struggling with the last name.
That's right. Well, I think we know who you're talking about.
With the mirror in his possession. And let his army out there. So he's got hundreds of soldiers at least. I'm sure. 1-200. Isn't that how it counts?
Close enough.
Yes.
And he was planning on doing it 2 years ago, but something happened, and he was angry. He's been angry for about 2 years.
So what happened 2 years ago that would match what he's talking about?
Someone found the mirror and covered it.
Oh, hey. So yes, it's definitely the mirror. Okay.
But he does have a plan for escape. If you listen very, very carefully, you'll see it only once. If you will watch Hello, you'd remember that line.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I've got the right background for doing that.
What, listening?
The bar behind me is from Hello.
Oh.
I know, that's why I was using the reference.
Yes.
Though I can't do the French accent.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
He can help you escape if you can help him do so. He says back in Hull, which is what he calls the place, he's got a force of men and women who are healthy enough and willing to fight. They just need weapons and armor. They're not enough to confront the whole army, but they think they can sweep the portal of guards and hold it for a few moments. If that's not enough to escape,
Do we know how to get through the portal?
the portal is barred to those who do not know the magic word for passage. But he knows an officer, a member of Scarlet's personal guard, who is willing to give us that password if we can get him through to the outer world.
Well,
What is this officer's name?
Well, Clubfoot at the moment.
Clubfoot. Okay.
Dropped a brick on his foot.
Oh, yes. Look for an officer with a wonky walk.
right.
And this officer is your friend?
Well,
Was. Prior brick.
it was an accident. He didn't mean to drop the brick. Twice.
Twice.
And this friend is aware that it was an accident?
The first time.
The second time was a good measure.
I thought the first time was more of a glancing blow, so I made sure the second time.
And you still suspect that he wants to help?
Well, we heard that heroes had been caught. So we've 2 heroes here already, and more heroes caught. We should be having enough heroes to help us in need get away. Because you're heroes, right?
Yeah.
You're not a hero?
I will certainly. We will certainly be helping you escape. Yes.
Shouldn't we try and end this bad guy?
I'm not sure we're powerful enough, judging by what we just heard.
Yes, it might be get away and come back and finish him off later, sort of thing. So
Oh,
keep
well.
him covered in the meantime.
I was going to say, or at least if we can't,
Open the mirror
Stop
over a
him.
cliff.
if we're unable to stop him in here, then at least we might be able to give warning to the Duke of the planned assault.
Illusion of a platform.
So there's 2 mirrors,
There are 5 mirrors.
but
Right.
the mirror he needs is covered. So there's only 1 in the other world.
No, there are 5 in the other world.
Yeah.
And anytime they're uncovered, you can walk through them.
But if they're being blocked for this time, then he hasn't been able to access it to get out there to do stuff.
Yeah, so at the moment all 5 are blocked.
Well, no, obviously he's actually managed to get out because he's starting being active again, which is obviously the mirror that he held for us to go through.
He
And also
you guys in the
grab-
mirror.
Halia and her husband.
Right, yep.
So we need to get out and find the person that got us in to get that mirror to cover it.
Well, if you get out, you'll be out where the mirror is.
Yeah.
I realised it.
And then we can cover it and then amass help and then go back in and sort the shit out.
It says the officer's name is Zero.
Zero.
Yeah. I'm sure her foot will recover.
Well, perhaps we can.
I don't think I broke it this time.
So how long ago did she get her damaged foot?
Yesterday.
Yesterday, right. Okay.
Where is the closest place to get weapons and armour for the captives?
Isn't that what you guys good at? You adventurers.
Yeah.
You armed.
Okay.
You
These
don't know
dungeons,
where
you
they're
mentioned
stored
you
here?
mentioned that Scarter had a palace here in the mirror.
Up.
Are these dungeons underneath that palace?
Yes.
So we're underneath the palace at the moment.
Yes. You go
How
up.
far? How
We can move it on the
far?
way out.
How far is the palace from your friends?
Palace is fair way from friends.
Great. We go up into the palace and then out.
Probably.
I'm
I recommend
guessing
going
that.
by the administration quarters.
So,
Yeah, that's the next question. Which way is the best way out?
I'm guessing at this stage we're effectively getting a short rest. Making this conversation, is that the plan?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Because knowing our luck, you'll
Well, the advantage for me is it means that I can attune the eagle whistle.
go the other way,
Yeah.
and that's where everybody will be.
It also then means if people are wounded and injured, they can use their hit die to recover as well.
Okay.
The only disadvantage is likely to be whether or not the guards are likely to patrol in the hour. From what we understand, probably not, but as long as at least some of us are alert, then we might be able to take the guard out and start collecting weapons.
Yep, and I'll describe the area as he tells it to you.
Which reminds me also then, okay, so consider what we've got now. Would an extra dagger be useful?
Possibly.
I'm guessing Rexamon could probably use a dagger, couldn't he?
He can definitely use a dagger.
Okay, I
It's
will.
a keg, is it?
Yeah.
Is that a bottle? Or is
Yeah,
it
Where
a...
is my mouse?
It's like a bottle of wine in
In
a
a
cake.
Here we
in
go.
a box.
We want-
But it's actually all cake in
That's
the
cool.
bottle.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is not helpful.
One of my mom's friends does it.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. They're like the real bottle of wine next to it.
I will rip off another patch and give away a dagger.
That's great.
That's extremely odd.
We need to take out some of these guards so we can loot the weapons from them and hand them out.
Yeah, so if
well,
they come at us, you know,
and-
one at a time, all 60 of them will be okay.
Oh, yeah, one at a time. Be fine. We'll get all the XP and it'll be good.
Okay, so
XP's not much use in this game.
Well, yeah, but it'll accumulate for later.
So what you see at that area there is the platform that you came in on was number 1.
Oh, okay, yeah. So obviously the large platform we came in on was not that big from the overall area.
Not that big from the overall area, but each square there is 120 feet.
Right.
Yep. So when
Not
I'm
quite a hop, step and a jump.
No. So number 2 that you can see there is Skardar's palace.
Ah, yep, okay.
Okay, so that's where we are.
So that's we may, if I get all the numbers right, we'll find out where all that is. Number 3, which is that area there, is the military encampment, where there's room for 900 soldiers. So then he has a Colosseum there, an actual Colosseum.
Woo! Gladiator fighting.
Okay, number 5.
Too bad it's not an XP game.
5.
It's just got worse.
So that area there is what he calls hell, where there's about 3,000 slaves where they live.
Is that farmland or is it just housing?
It's housing.
I'm guessing it's shacks.
Yeah, they are shacks.
Yeah, it looks like shackled groups and stuff.
Oh,
I'm guessing the farmland might be the area off to the side there.
And they have to grow their own food there.
Oh, they grow food there, okay.
Yep.
That's the quarry
Then
in 7.
Number 6 is this area down here.
Yeah.
So that big area there is where they grow farms for the soldiers and the palace.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the top corner, I'm guessing, is the quarry.
Yeah.
And that is the quarry, yes. Where he tells you everything they've been building in the mirror universe comes from there.
Yeah, everything that.
So looking at the building they're in, is it stone?
It's made out of the mirror material that's sort of being quarried, so it's rough.
So is it actually closer to like obsidian?
It's closer to obsidian style glass.
Right.
Good for making weapons.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Weapons and some sort of armor or shields.
I
That might
want
take a
some
bit
sort
longer.
of, I want some sort of treatment to make it sort of not shatter when it gets hit. A chemically modified glass and to allow you to wear transparent armor. That would be cool. Or in this case, black shiny armor.
I'm sure that that's something that they've already worked out, because I'm sure that they're using that to make weapons as well.
Yeah, quite probably.
Well, if they are, that's probably good for us, 'cause it means the weapons might be used, that's something we can use, but I suspect that it's probably more likely that just weapons and armour and things like that probably get stolen from outside.
Yeah.
Or even bought.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm guessing then that...
Well, I'm going to ask our guide.
Yep.
There seems to be two ways out. Which way do you know or think has less guards?
Well,
The back
do you know
way,
which way we came in?
you would have come in through the front way.
Which is the front way?
The front way comes in through Area 8.
Alright, so that's where all three guard.
That's where all
Post
the
way.
guard rooms
Like
are.
down the long passageways type stuff?
Yeah, bottom left.
And all your equipment that you'd come in with would be stored there.
Oh, remember he hasn't got the map up anymore for that map, so I'm trying to remember.
I'm
what the map
I'm
looks
doing
like.
it by memory. It would be bottom left
Yeah.
of that screen.
Let's see.
But yeah, so not the administration area.
No.
Yeah.
Administration area would be the best way to go to get out, but your weapons and everything would be through 7 and 8.
So everything would be stored there.
Okay. Well, not that there's... Well, we don't know how much they grabbed of our stuff, but...
Well, they would have
presume-
Halia's books and Retamon's weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to presume most things.
So we should probably go to 8 and then backtrack through the administration area.
Yeah, because that's
Well,
the
but-
stuff he.
Won't they alert the guards?
The problem... I'm guessing the problem with the administration area would be that that's likely to lead up into the palace itself.
It does.
Whereas, I'm assuming we didn't go through the palace when you got here.
No.
So therefore, if you go the other way, at least you don't have to. You can avoid the palace.
That's
Yeah,
true,
but if we go to 8, get our stuff, and then go back out 19.
The problem is if we make
But that's going through the administration into the palace.
Yeah,
No,
but
I mean,
the palace
go
might be...
back up and around and into the other side of the U.
it
Yeah,
might
that's
be
what I'm
less
saying. Like into
guarded.
the 1819 area, that's the admin that would lead to the palace.
I thought there was
Whereas, no, 8 is the room where the guards and we've probably got our gear.
That's the.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
So,
I thought 8 was the admin area.
so
No.
You,
It's that
8
room
is
that
where they
is
check
that-
in. That's
Yeah,
the
that-
check-in area. That's this side over here. Sorry, trying to use hand properly. This area over here is the administration area.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
So admin area, check-in area.
Okay, I thought there was more violence area because 20 was the...
20 is the torture room, so they do administration and punishment there.
So I understand what you're saying
And
by
for some people, it's the same thing.
It
going
is.
up into the palace would be like if you go to the administration area, you're going to go up into the palace. But surely the front door is more heavily guarded, which is through 8, 7, and so on, where we came through. So if we go up into the palace afterwards and sneak back through there and out,
I mean, I guess
Amelia
the
does
first-
tell you if you can get to her spell book, she'll be able to refresh her spells and be of use to you.
That's
Otherwise,
right.
Where
So
are the
if we head to 8 first
most
of
likely
all,
with the rest of her gear.
Oh, in the guard room.
She says they should be where all their gear is. Prisoners are being stashed.
Right. So we assume it's an 8.
so let's just go to 8 first, and we'll deal with it from there.
My only
Well-
concern is this: if we make too much noise, then the other guard posts will come along.
And if they do, then we'll have to
Well-
bar the door from the inside of 8, and then backtrack through the administration.
Yeah.
Okay.
but okay, well, before we go to 8, and potentially while people are resting and recovering and deciding what they're going to do, Pettidy is going to make another search of the cells type area to see if you can find something else you can use as a lockpick. That preferably does not have 2 sharp edges or points.
Yeah.
Give me an investigation roll.
12, 19, I think.
Okay.
No, 18, sorry.
18. Okay, you find a thin wire.
Okay.
You think you could probably make use of it. You bend it around a couple of times, it becomes a basic tool.
Yep. Okay. Can I practice with the get the manacles off Rexamon?
You can? Yes. Give me a try. I'm sure you can't do worse than you did last time.
6, 18.
18, they pop off, no problems. Obviously, this is the magic wire now. After you've
That's
lost the
right.
magic
Well,
nail.
The problem was the nail ran out of magic, and the stiletto was never magical. It was obviously cursed.
There's a reason it was left behind.
Yes. So yeah. So then, and like I say, I've already given Rexamon a dagger to work with the present time.
Yep.
And yeah, basically sneak up to the door at 8 and see if we can hear anything on the other side.
Okay, looking through the window, you can see there are 5 guards in there. One of them in what appears to be some sort of officer's uniform.
Mm-hmm.
Is the jailer in there?
No.
Can we see a pile of equipment to indicate that, oh yes, this is where Rexamon and Halia and possibly our gear is?
There's a couple of cabinets and a big chest in there as well.
Okay, so it might well have our stuff, or her stuff at least.
And lots of paperwork lying around, which the guy in uniform is working on.
What can you see? Can you see through to the other side of the door? The other door on the other side?
The other
Okay,
door
so-
has a sliding latch on it, and it's currently shut over.
It is
sliding
shut over?
window, yeah.
Okay, cool. Does it have one of those bar things that doors sometimes have? What are they called?
It does have a bar on the inside, keeping it shut.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So it is currently. Okay.
Currently barred.
So, quietly, if we go in, we need to stop them from opening that other door.
Well, that's what I was thinking of doing. I can use basically a dash action if need be as a key thing to get to the other door and stop them from trying to get to it.
Yeah.
Do we feel that we can overcome these guys without quietly? Do people have techniques and plans as to how they might do so?
Nope, there's not going to be much quietness happening.
Not Retromorn goes, well, look what they've done to my wire. I'll do worse to them.
He's definitely not going to be quiet.
So I'm not saying we don't want to take them out
How dark
and
are these
eliminate them.
cells?
Just we don't want to necessarily alert anyone else in the castle as we do so, if
No,
we can avoid it.
I realise that.
Everything here is dim light, and there's no light source.
So in the far corners of these cells, could you see someone?
You can see all the way along the whole length of it as if it's dim light.
It's some sort of like magical dim light.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So not useful to actually light anything up. So I'm fine with it, but hey.
Well, first of all, does the door have a latch or lock or anything on this side that I think I can open to actually open the door from this side?
It has a lock, but there would be a bar on the other side if it was down. But you can see it's currently up.
Yeah, okay.
How could the prisoners ever escape?
Indeed. That's just, it was more the idea of whether or not we were actually able to open this door from our side, or whether we had to try and make them open the door from their side and come at us. Because I was thinking that if we did manage to trick them into coming to us, we could put a nice 10-foot pit in front on the other side of that door from the fall in.
That would be useful.
But I don't know that we can necessarily get them to us without very easily, so it's probably not as easy to get into them.
Not sure how you create the 10-foot pit, but it would be useful.
It's got this patch here. I've got a patch with a 10-foot pit in it.
It is quite useful.
It is.
Except for when you want to get past the hole.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I will quietly see if I can just unlock it, and then we can decide how quickly you want to try and barge through. 22.
You can do it quite quietly, and now I'm going to ask people to give me an initiative roll.
Okay.
17.
So it's trying to get my computer to pay attention and actually do what I tell it to for a change. Why don't I do something instead of I tell it to do something? Okay, so what was Andar's?
17.
What was Title's?
11.
What was Llewell's?
Sorry, what was that for? Initiative?
Initiative, yeah.
Jesus. 8. Brilliant.
Hey, it means you're waiting for other people to go first, which is not a bad thing.
True enough if I'm a healer.
And Jeremy, what did you get?
Still got healing.
12.
Okay, so almost got everyone rolled up.
Well, blade board.
Because it only lasts until the end of the next round. Like, turn.
Well, it's very useful if people are going to even make yourself a target.
Okay, so the moment the door starts to open, the 4 guards turn, look at you, and start reaching for their weapons, drawing their weapons as their surprise action.
Okay, well, my plan was I was to make sure the door could be unlocked, and then we were ready, we were going to push it open and go through.
Well, this was basically when you guys are ready and the door starts to open. It's like
we didn't catch them by surprise, obviously.
No, that the guards basically got an 18.
Whew.
And yeah, basically you're walking in on unsurprised people who are staring at you with weapons drawn.
That would be useful because they're going to hit you.
Yeah, no, I was. So if I get this right, if I'm casting, say, blade ward on myself, that would be my action. I wouldn't be able to.
You can still move.
Can I have a look at the spell? Because it says 1 action, so that would be your action, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Because I was hoping to. Before all this happened, I was going to say I cast it on myself.
How long does it last?
1 round.
Then,
Till the end of the next round.
If you had to cast it while people were planning stuff, then if it took more than 1 round, it would fade. Can I have a look?
No, I realise that. So.
Yeah,
Right.
it's basically you cast it. You would cast it and stride in. All it does is give you resistance to it, though.
Yeah, so I just take half damage.
Yeah.
Which is still pretty good.
Yeah.
Still pretty good.
But it means
Yeah.
you could basically cast that, run through, and put your back against the other door, and they might try and...
So anyone who attacks you as you rush past will only deal half damage if they hit you.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm just going to cast that and then...
Do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So, someone took your thing to Harding barring the other door as a turtle rushes through, flips over the desk. At least you think he flipped over the desk until you saw he caught himself, tripped, rolled over, came up the other side, absolutely perfect up against the door.
He's good at this stuff.
Yeah, of course, he planned it from the start.
Just ask him.
Well,
Okay.
I'm hearing the fact that what you're saying is he tripped over the table, but he didn't actually trip over the table.
That
He
one got
hooked
me.
it with his foot to bring the table up as an extra barrier as part of his defence.
He used it as a resource.
So all 4 of them
Time
were
is it?
within range.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, they're guards. It's their job. A prisoner's trained to escape.
Yeah,
So, the first one attacks you and does 12 damage.
so is that...
Crit was the crit hit.
Yeah, so that's 12 critical or...
12 critical.
So 6 with... Oh, are they using magic weapons or whatever?
So,
You
at
halve
6 with critical, you halve it, so it becomes 6. So I'm
Yeah.
telling you how much damage they do. It's up to you to do the resistance.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I know how
12
you're
was already
doing it,
doubled
and that way I
from
can...
Mark's perspective.
Yep. It's like when people call out number and then number and then number. It's like, well, I don't necessarily need to know what you rolled unless you rolled a 1 or a 20.
Mm-hmm.
I'd prefer to
I must
just
have-
know that.
When I said to call out the number, it's the fact that I'm doing the calculation in my head out loud. So
That's okay. And the second one hits you for 9 damage, rounded down to 4.
Alright, so 4. Okay, nice.
Okay.
So it's under 10 damage.
But he's provoked all of them. And then
They all have their backs to you.
that's the end of their turn. The officer stands up, pulls out a rapier. It has a slight silver sheen to it.
Cool. I want it.
And he swings it at you.
course he does.
With the Die, Foul Beast. Hitting armor class 21.
Yeah.
Okay, so you feel the metal pierce quite well. It is a magical attack.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it doesn't actually say anything about magic, it just says resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage dealt by attacks.
Okay, because some of them don't stop magic. That's why I was just asking.
Yeah, no, I know.
So just pointing out as a magical attack, and it does 11 damage.
11?
Yep.
So, are we going 5 or 6? Is it rounded down?
It's always rounded down, including healing. If healing's ever halved, it's rounded down.
Yep.
Which hurts when you're rolling dice and having to halve it.
Yeah.
I was rounding up to be nice to people. Okay, so now it is Retamon's go. His action was going to be jam the bar with the dagger, because he could have done that from the doorway. But he didn't need to, someone else saved the day. So he rushes in and attacks the lieutenant. There's his first attack. So apparently, coming through the doorway, he is tripped by one of the guards. By accident, because it was going for the turtle. It was a backswing, puts him down on the ground. He gives up half his movement, getting back up again, and goes for the lieutenant again. Actually collects the lieutenant this time. Okay.
Good push.
Let's see, what is my rules on the dagger? Okay, so... he does 10 damage to the guy. And then he has another swing at the lieutenant. Hits again.
I think we're good to give the weapon to the fighter.
and deals another 12 damage to the guy. Yep, he's doing quite well with it. Okay, so after him is Praydeer.
I'm going to, whilst the guards have been distracted by the turtle and the fighter running in, I'm going to try and sneak around the edge of the door and get behind one of the guards.
Yeah.
And
He's expert with it.
try and pinch their dagger or something from their sheath.
Yep. They are very distracted by a turtle and a madman wielding a dagger.
So 22 on stealth.
They have no idea you're there. You're invisible.
And so that hide can be a bonus action. So
yep.
And then
I'll give you a sleight of hand roll with advantage because they're distracted.
20.
Okay, you get the belt and you get the knife plus the sheath plus the belt.
Okay. The good thing is the knife hopefully got a nice leather handle on it, so therefore I'm not touching bloody metal.
Cheap dive, I wish.
Oh, okay.
And then basically I'll stay in my position in the corner behind the guy, ready to give him back his knife shortly.
Okay, title.
Okay. How injured is this officer?
Officer has got 2 stab wounds in his abdomen.
Probably not as injured as the
stab. Would have been 3 except for the guy tripped.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay.
I do love how prone is only half your movement to get up.
Yes, you can fall down and get up again in the same movement.
And so there's the officers attacking turtle.
Everyone's
Everyone attack the turtle.
Oh, okay.
Because
so
he's blocking them getting in reinforcements.
Can I then run up to the... Is there room for me to flank the officer?
Sure.
So I'll flank the officer and try and stab him in the back.
Sounds so convincing when you do that.
Give me an acrobatics roll.
Okay.
That's you getting around to a place where you can do so easily.
Okay.
This is titled actually doing acrobatics to get into position. He is the monk after all.
As against preparing yourself for the death.
Not very good. Don't like that.
Would you like to re-roll because the red light has gone on? You have 5 left.
Sure.
Hmm.
That's even worse.
There you got the first roll.
So that's 14.
14. Okay, giving yourself 1 point of damage. You land smacking into something with your sore hand,
Okay.
leaving a stain behind.
Fair enough.
Well, you'll leave yellow marks everywhere you touch things.
So I'm using the dagger in the non-yellow hand.
But you've gotten there.
Okay, so I will attempt to attack the officer.
Gonna flurry?
Yeah, but I can only do that after I've done my attack action.
Okay.
So I have to do my normal attack action and then my flurry of blows.
Isn't that an attack action to do the flurry?
No,
Oh,
it says
sorry,
immediately
the minor,
after you
no?
take the attack action on your turn, you can spend 1 key point
okay.
to make 2 unarmed strikes
Okay.
as a bonus.
That's cool.
I think
And
It was bonus
because
action.
It's level 5, I can attack twice instead of once whenever I take the attack action.
When you run too many systems, sometimes you have to declare it first.
That's 20 non-natural.
20 non-natural is a hit.
Yeah.
This guy's not well armed. He's well dressed, not well armed.
yeah.
Not well armoured. Yeah.
Alright, so really, that's 4 damage.
Okay, stab! 4.
And then I'll roll
Yeah.
for the second. Or I'll just roll for the table. That's another 20.
Natural 20.
Non-natural. So.
Okay, that's a hit.
Was the he fell over?
Another 4 damage.
Oh, nice.
Well, you're consistent.
And now I will do 1 key to do
How-
my flurry.
Oh, because when you do the attack action and you've got 2 attacks, you get to do those 2 attacks, and then there's a bonus action.
I didn't realise he had 2 attacks. That's why I was like,
Yeah,
shouldn't
I
you be
got it
doing
at level 5.
The second one, but yeah.
It's how like fighters and monks can be scary.
Oh yeah, no. Fighters get ridiculous amounts of attacks. Rangers with a bow are pretty bad too.
And have you looked at the feat progression for fighters?
No.
That's a 14, does that hit?
What was that?
14.
14. 14 is a hit because he's not well armored. Fighters don't get their feat or attribute adjustment every 5 levels like most other classes. They get 7 instead of 4.
That's 9 damage.
It's 9 damage. That's far more effective.
And then the other one is another 14 to hit.
That's a hit.
And then
Hasn't changed.
6 damage.
Okay, so with that last blow, he slumps to the floor, with you covered and splashed with blood all over you from this stab.
Yeah.
Someone called pincushion.
Yeah.
There's just this blur of daggers going into this guy from both sides. Because technically, I think you had advantage because he was flanking.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That's okay. You put yourself into that position. You hurt your hand. Forgot all about flanking. I'm in position. I don't care.
Just die.
Well, you hit every time, so hey.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it is Llewell's go.
Okay.
There are 4 guardsmen standing and 1 lieutenant slumped over a title who's still stabbing.
Okay. The lieutenant slumped over like he's not doing well.
Well, he looks like he's mostly.
He's had a
on the
bad
floor.
day.
Right.
Slumped over and as in dead, not moving.
Yeah. Well, still
right.
moving as the knife goes in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not
Still moving
by
because
himself.
Title's still punching him. All right. So
You just need to get punched.
the 4 remaining standing ones,
Yep.
I'm going to point at the well, any of them because they've all going to have basically the same armor class, aren't they? I'm going to make things easy for somebody else. One of them's going to wear a guiding bolt.
Yep. Is there a saving throw?
It's versus armor class.
Okay, go for it. Don't roll a 1.
No.
Yeah.
And I've got 18 on the dice.
That's a hit.
26.
Pity it's not Pathfinder 2 because that would have been a crit.
Okay.
Pathfinder 2, if you beat the target number by 10, it's a critical hit. If you roll a natural 20, you upgrade the effects of the hit.
Serious critical hit.
No, you basically, if you were to miss on the number of a 20, you make it a hit. If you were to hit on the number of a 20, you make it a crit. If you crit fail on a 20, you make it just a crit. So you upgrade the check. And the 1 does the opposite, it downgrades the check.
Yeah. Sorry, just got a side check before I actually work out the number here. Proficiency, does that work on spell effects,
Yes.
like spell damage?
Not on spell damage, it's on to hit, but not to damage.
Of course I've got that there.
Unless you
sorry.
have something else that says you.
Fair enough.
The spell will say
Got to
so.
work out how many d6s I'm using. All right. I'll just do this lot twice. Yeah, not actually all that good on the damage. However, the 21, 23.
Okay, he goes down.
And the next attack on him gets advantage.
Because he's not moving.
As he splutters against the wall.
Well, he's still glowing.
He's glowing nicely on the ground.
Yep.
Harley just, looks at you and looks at the guy slumped over. And goes, well, at least I don't have to do anything. As the guardsman's turn. Okay, one of the guardsmen turns and attacks Tidal because he killed his boss.
That's fair.
He pulls back and tries to do a mighty swing to show you who's boss. Would a 12 hit you?
No.
Okay, so you hear this really bad grinding sound along the wall as he drags the sword against the wall. Okay, one of the other guys is attacking the turtle. Nothing like spreading your attacks. Because he wants to get out. And he hits an armor class of 9. He basically backswings and gets his sword caught on something. It's like... And the last one is going for Retamoron. Apparently decided that it was far better to kill one of his friends than do anything else. So I think he's changing sides mid-combat.
He knew which way the wind was blowing.
As he tries to help you escape by smacking one of the other guys in the back of the head.
I was going to say, has he got a sore foot?
I applaud him. Yes, actually, at the point, does he have a sore foot?
Well, by the time for the guy to roll a 1, you were told it was an officer, so and female, and none of the ones here were female. So lucky for you guys. Lucky it wasn't the officer who got down. Okay, so it is now Anon Varsgo. There is one standing guard attacking Tidal.
Yeah, I'm going for him. Can I reach him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You don't have to step at all. He's just right there.
Cool. Yeah. Actually,
Tidal's providing flanking.
Yay.
I'm going to... there's only one of them. Yeah, well, alright, I'll just do it. I'll just attack him. 18.
18's a hit.
Uh, 12.
12. He's still standing after all that.
How'd the fourth one die?
He did it, stabbed his friend, didn't he?
His friend basically smacked him in the back of the head with his sword, knocked him out.
Yeah, that's right. Because
That's right.
the officer got killed by Tidal and Retaron.
Yep.
And then one killed his friend. One got killed by the guy from Bolt.
Yep. And the turtle tried to attack the last one.
Not tried to. I attacked.
Okay, he do you have a second attack?
I thought you said there were 4 soldiers plus an officer.
There were 4 soldiers plus the officer. Tidal took the officer down in the first round.
Well, Tidal and Retaron.
And Retaron. Then you had Llewell take one out right after that. Then a guardman took out a another one while attacking you himself. So that took 2 guards out, leaving the last guard to be attacked by the turtle.
Yeah, but there's still 2 that are actually alive.
There are 2 that are alive, yes. But
Okay,
there's one who's not opposing you.
Yeah.
Yet.
He also tossed his sword down.
Oh.
Yeah, I give up.
After using it to kill his friend, he threw it down. It was obviously cursed.
Okay, and that brings us to Retamoron, who tries to... he bends down and picks up one of the swords. Far better with a sword than he is with a dagger. Obviously not.
He's probably not trained in rapier.
Oh no, the last time he rolled a 1 on his first attack, so it's still better.
And this time that's I think that's just enough to hit one of the guards. So he grabbed the guy's rapier. What is his rapier? His rapier is 2d6. Here's 2d6. And apparently he skewers the guy because you've done half the damage to it. So you're down to 1 guard and you're out of combat.
Does anybody want to talk to this guard?
Yes, please, the guy says.
Which guy?
The guard.
Well,
Says, yes, please, I'd like to
while
talk.
they're talking to the guard, Pettidy is going to search the guy, particularly starting with the officer probably.
The officer
looking
has
for
a set of keys on him.
To, assuming that the chests or cabinets are locked.
He has a key. He also has a key to the shackles and to the cells.
I've got a key for that already.
And yours is better because it's easier to conceal.
Yeah, but Okay, we'll go with the key to try and open up these, see what's in this room while you guys are talking to the remaining guard.
Yep.
Yes.
Is the remaining guard the one that's knocked out or the one that's helping us?
Oh, the one that's helping
just
you
said,
switch.
please talk to me
Because
instead
the
of
other
killing.
one.
Yeah,
The one that apparently
Yeah, so the other
killed
one's not dead,
one
but
of his
knocked out.
fellows and then dropped his sword,
Well, he
either begging
downs
for
the
mercy
fellow.
or
It's up to you
saying,
if you want to
"Hey,
kill
I'm
him.
here to help."
Yes.
Yep, he's a guard for this guy, as if he's going to really help us. He'll turn on us the first chance he gets.
Well, all he needs to do is say, or get us our stuff back, or show us how to do so, and do a sketch map of where he normally patrols, and of the rest of the castle if possible.
Well, but also like
At least a way out.
potentially, if he is willing to help, he may be able to escort us to our new location.
Yes. Well, he could escort us,
So,
especially if we get some of the existing prisoners and put guard uniforms on them and make it look like it's a bunch of guards taking prisoners. I'm not sure how that's going to
Well, they're
carry.
potentially trying to work
yeah,
out the one that's
we'll
knocked out
put the turtle in one of the guard uniforms. They'll never notice.
I
I'm
don't.
going to walk up to him and jam my sword through
Look,
the back of his
I am.
neck. to
I am
kill him.
actually
Bing!
trained in this.
Pop!
I am actually trained in deception.
And
I
then
know
I'm
what. I know some of
use
the
a curse
things that don't
spectre.
work.
And I'm going to curse his soul to become my spectre until I do a long rest.
Okay.
So I now have a spectre that I can use to command and fight for me.
Okay. So,
I'm guessing we don't have a guard now.
I know you've got you've
Different
got a
guy.
live one. You just don't have an unconscious one.
Yeah.
Oh, there was an unconscious one, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
As I said, like Dr. the Woodbutt, like I say, Penadier's is busy looking at the room and the equipment and see what we can find as the way of gear.
Okay, so looking around, besides the
And also making certain that there's not actually sound of people running to us or anything like that.
no, you actually did this rather quickly and quietly with a turtle providing cushioning on the door. There was no
Right.
way they could pull the door, even push the slat open and call for help. It's designed to stop people being able to use spells from the other side. If you can't hear the
Okay.
person, you can't charm the person.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
If you can't see the person, you can't, affect the person in most cases.
Oh, that's
Okay.
fair.
So, in the lock chest, which you have the key for, are all your gear that you had, including some of Drazzle's
Oh, okay.
Razzle.
and Connor's, Pippin's.
We re-gear ourselves.
Right. Okay.
So they actually grabbed all the gear from the campsite as well, did they?
They managed to get a bunch of the
Okay.
gear from the campsite.
Oh, okay.
And there seems to be what appears to be dragon blood on one of the axes.
The injured.
One of Drazzle's axes?
Yes, one of Drazzle's axes.
Hmm.
Well, that's not good.
It's actually just it's part of it was a cunning plan by Drazzle. You see, he can be reformed from his own blood.
No, that's vampires.
That's worse.
Oh, well, we're in Troldara.
Drazzle is terrifying enough as is. You don't need Count Drazzle von Drazzler.
Okay, what else you find in there is Retomron's sword and armor. You can see it with his family crest on it.
Hmm.
Then Halia's daggers with the crest, obviously a magical one because it's glowing.
Okay.
A couple of glowing rings, and a book with her name in blue enamel on the front.
Okay. What's the name?
Halia.
It's her gear.
Clearly, we
Okay.
can give her back what
Right.
belongs to her.
And in a cupboard you find 12 sets of chainmail with still pierced and bloodied.
Mm-hmm.
Shields, swords, and daggers, all bearing Karamekan crests.
Right. So these would be the guards they rooted up.
Or no, these will be part of their costumes
Yeah.
who helped raid the Duke's castle.
Oh no,
That
these
too.
bear the same things as the guardsmen who were protecting the town of Verge, but had moved
Oh, okay,
outside of town.
Yeah.
The reason they moved outside of town was they started losing members.
Oh.
Anyone who went into the tower didn't come out again.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
And one of the swords there appears to be finely made, and but not made out of metal. It's a longsword.
No. Not made of metal.
I was going to say, yes, there is a longsword in there. It's not made out of metal. It's mine. I've already grabbed it.
Not that one. There's a different one.
So, well,
I think I'll
Yeah, I
be putting
think-
my hand up for that one.
the
It's
Tortle wanted a sword, didn't he?
It looks to be of elven make. It's basically, from what you can tell, made from the Tree of Life,
Whoa.
which makes it a clan sword, which is quite. It's just one of. It's also considered no metal at all in the weapon whatsoever.
See?
Yeah.
But
And
the interesting thing, so the curious thing about that, of course, is where'd they get it from, and is the owner still here?
Well,
So since they've been keeping all the other stuff from prisoners in this location, as well as victims.
yeah.
They got it
It's
from the
also-
elf,
It's also
and the owner
those
is
people
right
are
here.
Atruaghin.
Oh, as I say, like, Penny certainly got no desire to find the owner right now. I was more thinking that the elf in the party might be interested in finding the owner.
basically, you pick it up and it is weightless.
Woo! Weightless. I like that. Weightless longsword.
But sharp.
Yeah.
That's right. Weightless and damageless.
No.
I don't know. Some of them might be worthwhile.
And there is a
Worth
suit.
the weight, you reckon?
And there is a suit of armor hanging up there as well. It seems to be chainmail, but not made of metal.
Ah. What does that feel? Well, what's that look like?
Is that more elven stuff?
It is more elven stuff.
Ah,
Elven chainmail, not mithril.
interesting.
I found the details of my sword, by the way.
Yeah. What's the elven chain? That's the stuff that's part of the elven set, isn't it?
This is actually part of their relics. More relic than the sets.
Ah, okay.
So this is not
But
the
it-
elven chain. This is ceremonial garb for tree keepers.
Along with the sword.
Which means I should take it and give it back to the people it belongs to.
Well,
This is what I was saying, the fact that I wasn't actually concerned about the but I thought, hey, the elf might have an issue.
well, it is it's the sort of thing one of the heroes of the nation would have worn.
Yeah, exactly. I've got to take it back.
To which nation?
And it doesn't mean it can't be used in the meantime.
There are
Right.
there are 10 different clans.
No. Well, that's the thing. If we take it back to the king and say this was found in this place.
Well, there might also be
I don't know
markings
who it
on it.
belongs to.
You might have clan markings on it, like on the sword, for
Well, I can't use
particularly.
the armor anyway, so that doesn't.
Well,
But
yeah.
Brady
Is
can.
there any insignia?
Jeremy can. Yeah. Significance to it, not that you can tell from it, because it's not a the sword nor the armor bear any resemblance to anything you have seen before.
Right.
They are not of Alfheim as far as you know.
Right. Okay.
I think Predator should probably use it for the meantime anyway.
Yeah. If it,
But it depends on exactly what it is.
yeah. Well, it depends what type of armor it is. Yes.
Because if it's actually chainmail, then I can't, because it's heavy armor.
Wasn't chainmail the style, not the actual material?
No, I'm not talking about being metal. I'm talking about the fact that a chainmail is heavy armor, as opposed to chain shirt, which is medium.
I thought chain shirt was light and chain was medium.
Give me a sec. I'm just looking up the armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, only so.
Because it's scale. That's
Well,
the-
but that's just it. Like elven chain may be slightly different.
Yes.
Well,
Well,
I'm just looking at the
Like
base
the sword,
armor.
weightless.
yeah. Mithril armor is what I'm
So it
wearing.
won't make a difference.
So Jeremy, based on the wording of it, I'll make it scale mail, but doesn't have the disadvantage property,
Ooh.
and doesn't have a weight penalty.
Ooh, even better. So it's wearable, it's medium, I take it.
It's medium armor,
Right.
and the Dex modifier is 1 level higher. Well, actually 2 levels higher. So a maximum of 4 plus 4.
Jeremy, just take it. He put it in there. There it is.
Well, no, I think I should just keep quiet at the moment and just see because it might keep improving.
No, it was the fact that it's actually a specific type of magical armor, and it will transfer the enhancement bonus to the Dex cap.
Marvelous.
So it's basically plus 2 armor. There'll be other stuff happening with it. That was why it gives plus 2 to the Dex.
To the Dex.
Yeah, nice. Any fancy shields?
There are quite a few fancy shields. There's even one made out of wood, but none of it's magical.
It's alright, I'll still take the wooden shield.
Yep.
Yeah,
It has some nice design showing the Kalari Elven Forest.
Cool.
I'm definitely going to take one of those.
They're-
I want to learn.
Unfortunately, the only one that was there got picked up. They do have a Highforge shield made mostly out of metals.
Standard shield stats, though.
Both with standard shield stats.
Yeah, it's just the fact that one's wooden, one's metal. So
And I took the wooden one.
the Atruaghin won't use the metal one.
Yeah, I'll quite happily take the other one. It suits Mazikeen, even though it doesn't suit being an elf.
I know.
I'll put some truthfully stuff around the edge of it or something.
Well, it is quite well made for a shield. It doesn't give you any bonuses, but you can tell both shields have been well crafted.
Yeah, so it's nice and tough as well.
Okay, and that is what you find there. And I think, considering what time we're at, this might be a good point to end for the night. With you having recovered stuff, and Harlia says if we haven't been discovered yet, if you can spend some time studying her spell book, she can then help you on the way out.
That would be ideal and really good.
Yep. Well, like I said, it's the sort of thing that, well, no. I was going to say we could potentially go back and pretend to be locked up in the cells, but they might notice the lack of guards in this room.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you put the turtle in a suit, I'm sure they won't notice.
Well, no. What we will do, though, is actually shackle the guards in the cells.
Yep.
They're dead bodies. They probably won't expect, if they just look in there, they probably won't expect the prisoners to move around too much anyway. But if we shackle them in the cells, it might just throw them off a bit.
Okay, so with the 7 people to cover for, which people don't you put people in for?
So,
Because you got.
oh yeah, because there were 4 of us. Yeah, so there were 7 total, and we've only got 5 bodies at the moment.
4 bodies. One of them's cooperating.
Oh yeah.
Unless, of course, he turned into a body soon after.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we can't leave him in here anyway by himself.
He's happy to come with you. Because, well, he's failed now, so he doesn't want to be here anymore.
and as I say, he could still be useful to actually provide a short-term distraction on guards to make them, if we're moving through, if we're apparently prisoners, he may hold them back long enough for us to get close enough to go.
He does say he knows the passwords to say to the guards on the way out, so you can get out. He doesn't know how to go up through the palace, though.
Right.
He's never been allowed that way.
Did he know the passwords to the mirrors outside?
He's not a officer. The guy you pincushion probably could have.
Yeah. But he was probably less likely to give them up either. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I would suggest then we put we'll put one in Rexamon's room, mainly because he's close.
Well, you can definitely put one in each cell.
Yeah.
It just means that the one they expected to have 4 people in has only got 1 now.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll notice there's no turtle suspended across it now as well.
Yeah. We'll put one in each cell for the time being. So it's the first one. So.
That works well.
And then, okay, we'll work out the rest of it next time.
That sounds good. And you got quite a lot of progress. You found the person, you found the mirror, you found the missing people, and Jeremy said you would.
And one of my spells actually whacked somebody.
We haven't actually got them out yet, though. So the prophecy hasn't been fully complete yet, but they are alive, as I suspected.
They are. Okay, so I'll see you guys later. I'm going to put it on end now.
That blade.
Yep. Okay, then have a good night, all. See you tomorrow night, or next week, or the week after, whenever.
And feel free to catch me online if you need to ask questions.
If I didn't have that, they would have taken my whole.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, that's why I was hoping to.